Good morning. Good morning and peace and love to everybody out there. Welcome to Coffee with Wes. I am Wes. And joining me this morning, it's Will Dick from the Art of Floundering podcast.
Good morning. Happy
Good
Friday.
morning.
TGIF.
TGIF all around, everybody. I hope everybody is looking forward to a fantastic weekend. Fantastic weekend. I know I am. Because comedy is coming back. Finally,
Yeah, because the day the comedy died, man,
oh, jeez, the comedy really had a hard time living after last December. That was when the craziness
day the comedy
ensued.
died.
The day the comedy died. That's a
Long,
sad
long
thing with
time
everything
ago.
going on. I have come up with so many different little parodies along those lines, and it's like, no, I'm not gonna go there. I'm not. No, we've got a show planned for tonight. Puppets, animation.
Can't wait.
It's gonna be a tight. We're gonna try to keep it to an hour. And it should be a good time. I think everybody ought to have fun. It's going to be Azura and Steve. Anybody that saw our show before, anybody that watched Lapstick, they know the Alien Report. They know Steve and Azura. We're starting off with that, and we're going to build. We're going to build on this, but it's going to be this is going to be our Friday night Fry Rendezvous Day. Fry Rendezvous Day is going to be the name of this thing. I love that name. I love all of that stuff. So that's tonight. I'm looking forward to that. And I was recording till it was 4 a.m. It was about 4 a.m. when and then I did video editing for another hour and a half after that, and then figured you were right. I got the good night's sleep. I slept, and now I probably will live off of 2 hours sleep a day for the next, I don't know, 3-4 days, and then maybe be tired enough to. It just didn't work out. It didn't work out. I was up all night.
I learned something weird about edibles, dude, and this is related to sleep. You know how I say edibles never really work? Well, I think because maybe they take 6 or so longer hours to start working on me. And what I mean is, the other night, I just did nothing. They just didn't work as normal. I went to bed, and about 4 hours later, which had been 6 hours after I took them, all of a sudden, like, I'm dizzy and stuff. I'm like, dude, I wonder if this is why sometimes I'm like fucking sleeping till like 8, 9 o'clock in the at night. You know what I mean? Because I'm cramming these edibles down so late at night. You know?
You take those at night, you're going to wake up groggy. You're going to wake up feeling half high, just, and try to get going and everything. Have you tried playing guitar? I tell you.
If I do that, it's like, if I do that while high, it's all night. But that starts, doesn't that start amping you up? You know?
It does.
So creative doesn't calm me down and put, you know.
Well, if you look at it, calm down. Yeah, it's not going to do that.
No,
I use the bass because the gummies, the same thing. There'll be a lot of THC in my system, and I know I should be feeling it, but I'm not yet. If I pick up that bass, or if I go outside and I take a nice brisk walk in the hills and all that, get the heart rate kind of up and moving. The bass does the same thing to me. Within minutes, all of the other chemicals that are keeping me from feeling the THC, they're out of the way. And then it's just, oh, look, this is my morning. This is how I feel. This is how the THC is going. So I use it for that, but I'm a degenerate. I'm a marijuana, I'm a marijuana using degenerate. I believe that's what I've been called.
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get by. Us addicts, we've got to do something. We've got to do something to get through the day and
Well,
all
it's a
that.
disease, and people don't understand that. You know,
I'm
they don't
really
understand
hoping
we're
to one
diseased.
day be able to get help for it. Not today though. I think today I'm going to continue
yeah.
to head down
I'm
the
not.
happy
I'm not.
Bryce
I'm not.
route.
That's heavy, man. Look, I know I need to quit, man, but that's heavy, dude. Today I can't take that on. I got to
Not
get the
today.
pieces in place. I don't want to relapse after I quit.
Everything's got to be right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I don't want to
exactly.
relapse.
Otherwise,
I'm afraid I'd relapse.
otherwise I'm going to be back on that THC needle, and I just I
Yeah.
want to put it down for good, and I have
Yeah,
to be ready.
I can't
have to
risk
be
another
mentally ready.
relapse, so I don't
It-
quit.
It can't be that. Anybody out there, if you're having trouble with that dragon, with that marijuana on your back, that THC monkey, let us know. Let us
Yeah.
know how you're dealing with it. Oh, look out there.
Well, hey,
out
look,
there.
pole vault, and remember, I hear this all the time in potaholics and meetings. Hey, man, I'm worried about relapse. The next time I relapse, I'll die. And I'm like, that's why you don't quit.
I heard
If you,
about
if
those.
you don't quit, there's no risk of relapse, idiot.
No risk. No risk. And that's what and
Foolproof.
it's nice that you have those options, those Marijuana Anonymous and all those potaholics. I've looked into the different things here, and they're all run by Pentecostals. And there's snake handling involved. I can't
That's
go
your
that
higher
route.
power?
The higher power, hold this snake or you don't believe. And I hate snakes, and so I can't get into that. So I'm probably going to be stuck on the weed for a long, long time. It just
I think I
isn't
told you.
working out.
We talked about this book, Dancing with Serpents, I think is the name of it. And the reporter that was from West Virginia decided to do a report about these guys, then started getting into serpent dancing and was like, I kind of understood the spirituality of it all. I'm like, dude, just kind of culted out a little bit throughout the book. You know what I mean?
Speaking of somebody who handles way too many serpents,
Hey, there he is.
Joining us this morning, it's Andy Gambino.
Hey, man, right on. Good to see you, Andy.
Hello there.
Right in time for the
Good.
pole vault
he's
intervention,
got
man.
the queen wave going. He's got the queen wave. That's
That's all right.
fucking A, Andy. Look at you go. Look at you go. How are you, my friend? How are you doing today?
I'm all right. I actually have been awake only about an hour and a half, something like that.
It's like noon your time, isn't it?
Yeah,
Or-
well, I
no,
went
it's
to bed
2.
about 3. Yeah, I went to. No, it's actually 2 p.m. here now. So I went to bed, I don't know, about 3 o'clock, something like that. And I'd probably still be in bed if the cat hadn't woke me up. So there you
See,
Well, I hope
cat's
it was a
keeping
cat
you,
and
cat's
not
keeping you
messenger.
healthy, man. Right?
The cat's checking to see if you're dead. That's what the
Yeah,
cat's
well,
doing.
That's my
It's
mom's
like,
dog, man.
Yeah.
do
Sally,
I eat this
she'll go
guy
like, "It's time
now,
for
or is
bed."
he still alive? Because I'm eating his corpse when he dies. I know this guy's gonna
Yeah,
die.
I know, man. There's
How
no
do I get
loyalty
out a
to
window
cats.
after I finished him? I've got to, there's a lot to him. I know I can eat for a while, but
The pole vault is here.
That's right.
I haven't actually. I'm not actually on the channel. I'm just here in backstage, at StreamYard. So I haven't actually got to the
yes.
channel.
Pole Vault is out there. He's the only one brave enough to type in the chat right
Yeah.
now.
Well, that's
Everybody else
because,
out there, I
you
hope
know.
you're having a good day too. Feel free to say hi in the chat or a hearty fuck you. I always enjoy those early
Don't
in the
fear
morning too.
Don't fear the Reaper. That's what I say.
This
Don't
is
fear the
normally,
Reaper.
this is normally the time when there's a lot of furries that stream on the live cam site. So maybe, pandas. I'm
Cool.
kind of connecting the dots why Pole Vault might be up such an early hour.
He does get up
Yeah.
early because that guy's up late too. Pole Vault's up late, and so if
He
he's
doesn't
up,
sleep.
Well,
if
he
he's up
works,
this early,
man. He's like no slouch, dude. I mean,
Buenos
He's a-
dias. We have a Spanish person in the house.
he's a busy man.
How do you pronounce
Buenos dias.
How do you
Buenos
pronounce
dias.
yeah,
that? No,
man.
no, I know the Buenos dias bit. Well, how do you pronounce the name of the person?
Yuri Gnome?
You know?
You made it sound so easy there.
Yuri Gnome. Yuri Gnome.
Are
I'm
we doing
probably
that right,
wrong.
Yuri Gnome? Do we
Yuri
have that
Gnome.
right?
Yeah, that is right. Yeah.
Correcto?
Yeah.
Hey, Buenos
I
Dias.
failed. I
That
failed
don't sound
Spanish.
American. I watched the movie Civil War. Did you guys see the promos and all that?
I've seen the promos.
It's not that good, but I will tell you the one dude. I keep forgetting his name. The character actor with the red sunglasses. What?
I
What
wouldn't
kind?
know.
We're American. What kind of American are you? It's just
Can
that
I
scene was
ask?
pretty good.
Can I ask you something, Wes? Sorry for interrupting and changing the subject completely.
Oh, certainly.
Anthony would love to jump on and say hello.
Throw him a link. Throw Anthony a link. Anthony, I trust. Yes.
Hell
Yes.
yeah, we were just saying that the other day, man. Love
Yeah.
Anthony.
Oh, cool. Yeah, he's
As long as that egotistical dog isn't going to be with him.
I was just
Oh,
gonna
my
mention the
God.
dog because I'm getting ready to. I'm gonna get. I was talking to my mom. I'm gonna get a dog bed, like for Sally, so I can like pet her and stuff when I'm
Yeah,
working
yeah.
on. You know.
Yeah, man. You're gonna do that.
But
Okay,
You're
your
Sally will be a
enemy.
star.
Oh, he's pronouncing it your enemy.
Depending on
Ah.
the context. Your enemy or you're a gnome.
You're
I
a gnome.
like that.
Yeah,
Got
like
it. Okay.
Depends on the context. I like that is creative. I like
It is.
I like
It's
creative things.
Yeah.
I like creative things. Things with no creativity, they kind of bore me.
Yeah,
They
that's
kinda-
why I've deleted all my music from my YouTube channel. Wes.
Oh man,
I
I
wasn't bothered at all.
specifically
I wasn't
there was so. No, we were on a. I was. It was another. There was one of those nights that Gary had Camp G-May.
Oh.
And somebody had gone and just created a friggin' song out there, and went on Camp G-May to play it at oh well, here's what I created, and it's like you
What, they just press play. They didn't actually.
just press play. There was no video. There's nothing put along with it. It was just okay. Let me play this, and all the musicians were up there, and
Oh.
Gary goes ahead and plays it, and all the musicians are just. You can
being
see
trolled.
everybody's mood like, oh, motherfucker, are you kidding me? It's
Yeah.
because it gets bad enough, that's a group of guys that really can play for the now he has branched off and he's got karaoke and everything, which is a different animal. But once it's, hey, did you type in 6 words into a fucking thing and it put out a song?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretend you did something. And that just got got to me, and I know I ranted about it, and
I know.
then it was
I
like,
wasn't taking it
oh,
personally,
fuck,
man. I just
Eddie
did it
does
for-
all that, and so I had to clarify.
You had
Your
to
stuff is
backtrack.
good.
You had to backtrack a lot. Yeah.
Well, you put time into what you're doing. And I gotta tell you, some of the things you have done are really, really good.
Yeah, 'cause
and
there's
when
an
it comes
art
to
doing what you're
AI.
doing to
When it
get
comes
AI
to the
get it out
images
that
and
way.
stuff,
Yeah.
he does a great job with it. But no, these are more. Look what I did.
Yeah,
And
well,
he didn't do shit.
I get the same feeling from Ali when she sees my AI images because she's a real artist, so I get that kind of look. But I understand, a lot of artists.
I think that's more just your reputation. I think it's more everybody's heard about Andy. So you gotta understand when women approach you a little bit off. It's I've heard about
They
this.
usually ask me first, do you know Wes?
Yeah, that's it. It's me, guilt by association.
Yeah.
And anymore that pretty much holds true. I'm pretty sure that would. No, it's a wonderful day to be alive. It's a wonderful. Every day is a wonderful day.
It's the
did
longest
you?
day of the year. Longest day, 21st today.
Well, it actually began. Well, we hit that. I think
Oh,
it
wait,
might have been
no.
yesterday because it was 4:50 in the afternoon Eastern time. 4:50 in the afternoon was when we were in that spot in space where we were pointing our tilt was pointing straight at that friggin' sun. So we're
As far as I'm
somewhere
aware,
around.
the 21st of June is the long. It's also my daughter's birthday, so it's today.
You're just looking for
Congratulations,
that
man.
plug. You should have
Yeah,
just gone
yeah.
straight to it. You don't have to justify it with this solstice bullshit and everything else. You can just say happy birthday to my daughter. That's okay. That's
Well, she ain't going to
okay.
be listening to this, but
Who
she's got
would?
more sense.
I
but,
know. That's how I
But
view
no,
it.
it's along the summer solstice, so everyone's going today, as usual. Every year, 21st of June, they go and clean the orange paint off Stonehenge.
I saw the paint on Stonehenge. I saw that. Hey, I see out here we've got. Do you know any words that rhyme with penis?
I was looking
You know,
that up.
I don't, but I know someone that might. Maybe Anthony from Unidentified S4, everybody.
Words that rhyme with penis, he says. What an intro.
Yes.
What a welcome.
Yes, Enos.
And then
Penis,
Anthony
Enos.
appears. What
The
can I say?
weenus.
Get on Google
Venus.
as we speak for that
Venus.
valuable information.
That's what you get. Coffee with Wes. How are you this morning, Anthony?
Very
How are
good,
you
sir.
this
How's
morning?
everybody doing? I'm doing great.
Good, Brett.
It's a fucking great day.
All right.
Great
Oh,
day to be
proud.
alive. I have it set up to where when the camera gets, it just takes them off. That's what because I was recording last night. I guess I could set that up. That way I could still be in the stream. You could hear me, but we were recording for a countdown, and I wanted to get the full puppet. We've got a comedy show going on tonight. Just a light one at 9 o'clock. Probably going to be an hour long, but we're going to do that. Going to bring back the comedy and have some fun.
So we got
Yeah.
Ali Gratila says Venus, greenish.
Squeamish, greenish. There we,
Squeamish.
this is. I appreciate this. This is what we need. It takes a village to come up with words that rhyme with penis, and that's important.
Are you guys hearing a little
No, you're sounding very low and a bit kind of shit.
Is it my fan? I have a fan
Oh,
running,
that's
and
probably what it
I'll
is.
be
You've got the
damned
wrong
if I turn that fan off. I'm just
I
saying.
think
It's,
Anthony's got his mic not set up as usual.
No, my mic is on Yeti.
you sound good to me. He sounds okay to me. Anthony sounds good to me.
Let me put my headphones on.
I think it might be just the fan.
It's
Yeah,
probably
If
my
anything.
fan.
Fan.
Yeah.
I've got a fan running over
Hey, it's
there.
that time. It's that time of year, man.
Oh jeez,
Yeah.
I went
These
for a
freaking
walk.
gaming PCs, man.
It was
Oh yeah, they're
murder
gonna get hot
yesterday,
gaming
man.
PCs, right? Yeah.
Got to keep those things cool, and it gets warm and humid in here. And I made the mistake of going for the walk yesterday afternoon, evening. It was getting dark,
Murder.
but it was still 87. Feels like 92, and I thought, well, this might be as good as it gets. So I went for about a 2-mile walk, and that was a mistake. It was a big mistake.
I just did 2 miles on my Peloton, and I'm roasted, man.
You look a bit red,
You
rosy
just
in the cheeks.
everywhere you go, you're talking about your fucking Peloton like you're impressing people. The rest of us just go outside and walk down the fucking road.
Actually, I stole
No,
it out of the. I took it out of the trash.
You hang your
I
washing
gotta-
off
Trash
it
picked
usually,
it.
right?
Huh?
Oh.
You normally hang your washing off it. You never really use it, yeah?
Well, since I went and had my heart checked and had all that done, I had to get my ass in gear.
Got to take care of your health. Health is all you've got, and it's going to be the
Yes.
thing as you get old. It's gonna make you regret. You're young. You're still, relatively young.
Yeah.
But once you're Andy's age, oh my God! Once you reach Andy's
Yeah,
age,
but I
you're
did-
going to
Game
be
over.
thinking,
I did a hell of a lot of. I was fitter than Bruce Lee's dog. I was like, I did like taekwondo, and I did running. I did marathon. I did everything for like 35 years. So I'm actually giving myself a 10-year break from any exercise whatsoever.
So this is
Boo.
new. This is new. The giving up on life is new for you. You actually were
I
trying.
did try. God knows I tried.
I don't know. That's smart, man. Because if I had to do it all over again, I would not run. I think that
Yeah.
did more
Yeah, for your
damage,
bones,
man.
man.
Yeah.
I was
mean,
never
I,
running.
you know, I used to ski as well and rock climb, and I used to be like all action man. GI
I was
Joe,
me. I was very fit. I was opposite.
I know,
Then
I've seen
then I got
pictures.
hurt. Then I got hurt at work, and I was out of commission for like 3 years and couldn't
Yeah.
lift and bend, and I was in a full upper body cast, and I
Oh,
just
geez.
got heavy, and that
Yeah.
was it. I lost all interest after that, really.
Mine was a terrible relationship. I stress ate for about a decade.
Oh,
and
that'll do it.
I have luckily been able to drop that. So I'm getting back to where I'm feeling like I might live longer than I wish I did.
I tell you, I cut
sorry if my
soda.
camera glitched.
I cut soda out 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
And
wow.
just
good
started
for you.
drinking water and adding like a little of that
Oh yeah, squeezy.
Crystal Light or Mio with like no sugar in it.
Mhm.
My body has never felt better with
Yeah.
all that water. Literally.
Oh yeah, hydration. I know people say, "Oh, hydrate." I mean, Ali's always saying, "Have you drunk water or drink water?" Ali's always mentioning that. seems to be. I never used to drink a lot of water. It was mainly coffee or beer. They were the two sort of liquids I ever drank. But now I'm drinking zero. I'm drinking zero sugar lemon Coca-Cola. I don't know if that's good for me or not. There's
You know
no
what?
sugar in it, but
My TikTok, being I got like over 100,000 subscribers, they offered me a like a partnership with all these different companies. So like you could get all these free samples of things, and then you do a commercial for them. I ordered that Rise mushroom coffee. I'm gonna try now that everybody's ranting about.
shit.
Apparently, all the mushrooms that are in it is supposed to be a lot of health benefits. So
Yeah.
I'll give that a try. They give me a
I just
30
hope you like it because they're going to be sending you about 16 cases of the stuff. So.
No, they send me a 30-day supply of.
30 days.
Yeah.
And
What if
That's
it
a lot of
backfires and you don't like the product? Are you allowed to say
Funny,
that?
funny you say that because the other day they sent me a cordless microphone,
Oh,
and yeah, for like out on your lapel when you're filming.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I just
Yeah.
got done making the video, and I was honest. I said this microphone sucks. I don't care about the commission. I do not recommend. I am not telling you people to buy this, but for a $15 mic, if that's all you got and you need a little microphone, it is what it is. It's
did you
sounds
set
very
it up
tinny.
correctly though, Anthony? Yeah.
What's that?
Did you set it up correctly? Though?
Andy, all you do is plug the piece into your phone, turn it on, and it automatically activates.
It chooses. You have to choose the mic.
You don't
Yeah,
have to do
50
anything.
bucks
It just
sounds
automatically
pretty
does
freaking pretty cheap for something like that. I
Yeah.
got a feeling it was like,
But
My
everybody,
lavalier mics were a couple $100, and
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
even get the nice ones, the
This
cordless
Rode-
labs I've got.
This is a Rode Bullet mic
Yeah, that Rode one is cool.
that goes
Yeah.
into the phone, right? This is a $150 mic.
yeah.
Right. The
This
the
is-
Rhodes are
this is what's
really
up, you know
expensive
what I
in
mean?
quality.
Yeah, well, they've been in the music industry a long time. They've made some really good shit.
But like you go on TikTok and everybody's pumping this lavalier mic.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? Let me request one. Let me check
Yeah.
this out. Then I recorded a couple things with it. Then I read the whole book. I was like, something's got to be wrong. But nope, you just plug it in, turn it on. It's good.
What
to go.
does it sound like? It's like really tinny, no bass, or what?
It sounds like a dollar store microphone. That's what it sounds like a
Holy
China dollar store microphone.
Oh dear. Well,
It's just not good.
what do you want for free? I guess. But yeah. But
I mean,
$15 is
If
not.
I'm gonna sell it, it's $15 plus shipping for everybody. I'm not gonna put my name on something that's not worth your money. I'm gonna be
Fair
honest with you.
And which channel is that? Are they sponsoring? Like our channel or your newer channel?
No, they're sponsoring Unidentified S4 now.
Sweet. Well, can you send me some of that fucking drink? What it is? Mushroom
Coffee?
shit.
Yeah, why
We
not?
want some of that mushroom. He's
So-
wanting some of
So
that
we
mushroom.
got Timu sponsors us now, and the TikTok shop.
Oh, right, there you
And
go.
this just happened over a week and a half period. I accepted it.
Yeah. Right. Well, yeah. Well, no worries. If there's anything decent, let me know. But so far, nothing sounds decent that they're offering you.
Well,
But, hey.
actually, they sent me this.
Now he's telling me all the good stuff he's getting.
Well, the
now.
best thing I got so far was this Sonic electric toothbrush.
Oh yeah.
Dude, incredible, man.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, Sonic make. Yeah, I've seen
You
those.
use that orally?
Anally.
That was where I was going to go.
When in Rome,
All right, let
right?
me let me address something out here. I'd mentioned it yesterday, Auntie. Auntie, I got a lot of crap going on here, and so what I had done was I kind of disarmed the crowd. Nothing personal. You were one of many that lost that wrench just because I got a lot of shit going on. Things are going to be adjusting and everything.
I don't care about none of that stuff, man. That's moot to me.
Oh, I was saying Auntie, not Anthony. Auntie. I'm sorry.
Auntie,
Somebody out there in the
yeah.
chat.
Yeah.
No, I took a lot of, because I had a lot of wrenches, so I went through and just removed because I got some crazy shit going on. You know, there are times in life. There are times in life when things just really start to snowball, and you just
Yeah,
you
man.
just go wow. You just
Yeah.
go wow. You know what I mean?
I
I hope everybody out there clicked on that like or dislike. I take either. I know there'll be plenty of those by the end of the show. But
there will be.
yeah, they're always.
I'm just going to go and do my
6 to 8.
6 to 8 dislikes. I want to, it's because it's a popular show.
I've just applied my dislike, so there you go.
Thank
I'm
you.
just about to hit
Thank
the
you.
fuck you button myself.
Is there a fuck you? I really wish they would label it that way too, because it makes me feel better.
Didn't they used to show dislikes? Show how many
They
did.
did. They changed that several years ago, I think, to where they don't show the total on the dislikes anymore.
Once they started everybody getting a participation trophy, they took the dislikes away because you can't get anybody's feelings upset.
Can't let people know how bad you suck and how much people think you suck.
Yeah.
And so they took that away, and that's why whenever I drop a video or a short, I'm always the first one to watch it, and I make sure that I give it at least that one like. And there are times when I've put shorts out to where if it weren't for that one like, it would not look good. Because it would be the only like, suddenly there's 6 dislikes, and it's like, oh, well, I shouldn't have made that joke about people's mother. I guess that was a bad move. And it's actually the cartoons. Over on this other channel, I have, when I put out the cartoons with Karen or with the Wizard and some other stuff, I've gotten some real hate. People
Really?
Just, it was, it was...
Why?
It
Because
was.
you're imitating a woman, or it's lots of Karens complaining.
It's probably lots of Karens. There's a lot of people with nothing better to do with their time than to just spread shit out here. And thank you for all those people, those extra watch hours, those extra views that we all appreciate. All of you out there trolling, everybody who's trying to I'll show them. Hey, thank you for your view.
Welcome,
thank you
troll.
for your attention. I love to be looked at. Look at me some more. Look at me some more. Oh, don't you like it? Don't you like it? It's the way it is. Fucking haters. No, it's a good day. We're coming back with comedy tonight, Anthony. I'm coming back with comedy.
What time?
It's 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock tonight.
Beauty.
You know him. You love him. Steve the Alien is showing up, and Zura. The baby butler spider baby
love interest of Steve.
Love interest. It's the one that he did the skywriting where he said I eat ass because he wanted to let her know.
God, I'll fucking never forget that.
I thought that was a good one.
When you said I remember that.
The pace on it was a little bit slower than I would have liked. There were a couple shots that it was too long, but the payoff at the end with the I eat ass line, I thought was pretty good.
That's brilliant. Let me share this.
Let me tell you, just so you know, Rich, this is how dysfunctional things are here. Is my big plan is I'm gonna begin the really getting high process about an hour before your show, and Mom and I are gonna be watching it on YouTube out in the living room, man.
I will make sure and send a special shout out. I've got to get into that mode at least an hour beforehand. I've got gummies set aside for the process because it's a part of the performance. I like to have enough gummies to where I'm just hanging on, where I'm like almost, I've had too many, and then just channel that into. When we would do Lapstick, I would get so, because it became so much fun, and it just flowed so well. I wanted the challenge of how high can I be and do this show because
Steve has evolved a lot, quite a bit since his appearance on Unidentified S4, hasn't he?
He was rough around the edges. Wait, you know what? It was love. It was love that did it. He met Azura and he just knew there was something. What was the line that he said when he met her? It was, "I can now understand the word smitten," and it just really fucked him up. So he's doing what he can. He still, at his heart, is a cat humping and eating, maniac. But he's gonna take other routes. He's trying. He's trying to evolve.
A couple nights ago, my daughter's sleeping on the couch. It's like 1:00 in the morning, and I'm watching the cartoon with the butt plug, and
Yeah,
she's
of course
not.
you are.
Turns out she wasn't sleeping, so that conversation was interesting. Trying to explain, hey, Dad, what's a butt plug? I was like, when you go in the pool and you get water in your ear, you put that device in there and it sucks all the water out of your ear. Why do they call it
Oh,
butt?
It's when you get
Funny
water in your butt, no?
Yeah, it's just a
You could've
funny
said
name.
that, yeah.
people got to pay attention to what their kids are watching. I
I,
swear.
I,
You
I thought
just,
she was
you,
sleeping. I was watching. I
No.
thought she was sleeping.
that's another one that I want to have return. Although I'll have to, when 5 years of everything I ever created got wiped out for the last 5 years, so I'll have to redraw the butt plug. I'll have to but it's easy enough to do. It was just,
Yeah.
go on Amazon, grab one, and then just, create the vector graphics over top of it. Throw a mouth on it, and hello, I am Pistachio. AI powered butt
And
plug.
maybe we can have a contest, but people.
Oh. Well, I don't know about that, but
I don't know about that.
It's for butt leaks.
For
you
butt
can go
leaks.
first, Will. Yeah.
This will be a contest, all right. It'll be one of those bring down the channel contests. That's the kind of thing it'll be. No, we're gonna be doing an hour. It's just gonna be Azura and Steve live. We've got a couple other characters that are gonna do some stuff. We're going to play some videos. I want to play a promo from the Art of Floundering podcast. Another song from Charlie Wood, the mannequin that
Charlie,
we have
yeah.
on the show,
Yeah.
and then also a little terpene song. So we're gonna have those 3 breaks. The 2 of us doing, there's a countdown that was the thing. And Andy does a lot of production work, and so does Will D over here doing the production work. I was telling him beforehand, we were working on the countdown last night, and so I normally, the way I used to do those lapstick, I would throw that together just that morning. Just get in character, be there, record 3 minutes straight through, and then just put that in the wall behind it, get the counter, do the little things.
Yeah.
Within an hour, I've got everything done. I released creative control,
Me too.
and I said,
to Will?
"What would to Allie?"
Oh.
And so we've got a lot more disconnected wackiness in our countdown. But what it means is I've got 3 or 4 hours of editing that I've got to add into this.
A lot of editing.
Yeah.
It's
That's a
going to
lot.
be a lot of editing to try to piece together and all that. And I told her this is going to be great, but I just want you to know how much work goes into this now as opposed
Yeah.
to the other. And
Yeah.
we're both, everybody's itching to get back to the comedy, just itching to get back to it. So this is our.
So is Gary. Is Gary Kanjime? Is he bringing? He brings Charlie, right? And
He brings
also-
Charlie.
yeah, I love Trixie, by the way. Is Trixie still
Yeah.
making a?
All the other very disturbing characters.
Yeah.
Our most
Now,
disturbing Trixie.
God damn.
I still
man.
have Dr. Sinister in mind, who is the drug counseling doctor that sells drug to the patients when they come for rehab.
Have we got a puppet for that?
No.
He's got a doctor. He's got Balzacki. He's got Dr.
Balzacki.
Balzacki over
right.
there. Balzacki could definitely be a piece of shit
great
selling
name,
those
that.
drugs to the people.
Dr. Sinister.
Yeah. Well, who wants to go to see a doctor called Doctor Sinister? No fucking way. Thank you.
The most disturbing
Balzacki.
characters we have had have been Trixie and Harry the meth head unicorn.
That's another
He's
one.
pretty disturbing. Both of those. He had done a clown. I don't know if you watched the Jammies, the Jammy Awards last year, but there was an actual Xena was the name of the clown, and it was this really freaking disturbing clown, unicorn clown, and it was all a part of this elaborate ruse. Those have been disturbing, but the most disturbing thing that you'll ever see on any of these programs, and you'll see it over at the Art of Floundering, is that fucking Labrador. That fucking
Oh,
dog.
yeah, you hate that. You that
That's-
puts shits up you, doesn't it? That
That
blubber-
damn
love
dog
that
that
dog.
sits there and looks
Yeah.
like, oh, no, bad touch, bad touch. The dog, it's just,
Head touch.
it's, yeah, it is. Emotion, new soul, peace and love. Good morning. Everybody out there, Nightbot should be running. If anybody wants to drop their links,
Well, there you-
hashtag awesome to drop your links to get connected to each other. Do nice things. It's Friday. Do nice
Thank God
things.
it's
Get
Friday.
connected to other people. Exactly. It's a day
I've
for
seen
celebration.
him though.
Oh,
This dog,
Jesus. The fucking dog's back.
He's
Yes.
well,
seen it, yeah.
I've seen him on memes and stuff here
TikTok.
lately. So yeah, it's just
He's a TikTok dog. Ah, okay. I had not seen it until Will.
It's,
Yeah, I just- I love him.
I'm getting touched
absolutely
wrong.
love 'em.
Somebody's touching me wrong. I don't like the petting going on. I am gonna
She
bite
was
if they don't take.
Uh-huh.
Don't touch me there.
How about
don't
this?
Touch me
Talking
there.
about don't touch me there. I have all these stray cats that I'm taking care of outside, right? My wife and I, and we had a cat, Oreo, who we thought was a girl cat. Okay,
Mhm.
and she's all black in the rear, and the front's like white. She's a tuxedo cat. And last night she's walking away, and it was like the first time she lifted a tail, and she had these two gigantic balls. So the cat
Well,
isn't a girl, it's a boy. And we were all so shocked because we
Wow.
thought it was a girl when it was born. But
Oh.
this thing has balls on it that could be a flotational device. If this thing jumped in the water, it would be upside down and just his ass and balls would be bobbing around. They're like mangoes.
wow.
Man, well,
Good.
welcome to the
Infection.
visuals.
Yeah.
The visuals here in the morning here at Coffee with Wes. The mango-sized balls on a cat. Has anybody else witnessed mango-sized balls on a cat?
Never,
Huge.
never.
Thank you so much for swinging in.
Yeah,
your
man, peace
enemy
and love.
or urinome, depending upon the context.
Yes.
Peace and love.
I tell you what, with Camp Gino,
Time to get to the spay
it's
and
not
neuter
just
clinic.
the puppets that he's got. It's also the really bad lighting that he uses, which makes it even scarier. It's just
Mm-hmm.
the backdrop.
Yeah,
and everything.
it's like it puts the lotion on.
It's very disturbing. That is an element. Everything that he brought was very disturbing, and he
very much so.
Yeah.
he's got bad lighting, but he really, I mean, he puts on the blue outfit. He's got the blue
Yeah.
tarps and all this other stuff, and
Yeah.
it's just how is this bad? This washed out with the light and everything
Yeah.
else, and it does have that creepiness to it.
Very much so. Yeah.
But it gives that feel, and when you're doing comedy, that works.
Oh,
Especially with everything that is rough and is, because everything he brings is just going to be really disturbing. There's nothing
Hard
Charlie.
to explain.
yeah. You just got to watch. it. You just got to be there.
Yeah.
At least Satan's lovable, right? At least when Satan is
could be.
coming up and the other stuff.
Easily.
Satan's
yeah.
trying to get everybody to get along. He's about
Satan's
lifting
there.
people up.
He's dancing. He's feeling good. He's there. None of that shit with Charlie. Charlie, if he can, he's gonna steal
Right
your
into
wallet.
The camera. It's like,
And exactly, he's gonna steal your wallet and violate you in some way. That's what Charlie does. It's very disturbing. But now I'm looking forward to getting back to it. I've missed the comedy. It's
people
the
have
only
missed
thing
you
that
as well, mate. People have missed the West comedy
Oh,
and
yeah.
the Will sort of combination.
I don't feel good if I'm not doing it. It's like it's that one outlet that I can feel. If I make some people laugh, I feel okay. If I don't do that, I'm a dead fucking shell. I'm just going through. Why am I here? What am I doing? Because I don't care. I'm a computer programmer. I got projects I'm working on. Fuck, I don't give a shit about any of that. I can't even concentrate on it if I can't, I can't bring my brain to just, oh, this is what you're gonna do. No, why don't I hang myself from the rafters in the barn if this is what I'm gonna do? I want to do something fun. I want to laugh.
Yeah.
I get that was dark for anybody out there considering rafters in the barn and all. Don't do that. Don't do that.
don't
Make
buy
it
a
through the
home.
weekend. Watch our comedy show. And then, if life isn't worth it, then hang yourself. It's not, at least give the.
Put all that
Oh,
shit
come
out of
and
your
watch the
head,
show.
make it to
Right.
lunch, then make it to dinner.
Do something. Make it to dinner. That's what
Then
you.
repeat,
That's what you
then
do.
repeat, then repeat.
And the thing that bothers me, I don't have any good rope. You know, I got a lot of paracord. I got a lot of paracord. How many? And it's 500-pound paracord. But when you've got that jerk that's going to happen when the body falls from the rafters, how is that going to hold together? I don't want to live through this, right? If it's the end,
God
it
forbid.
better be the fucking end. I'm not going to go through this as I've damaged myself and now I got to live this
Right.
way.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
you,
You
now
don't
you
wanna-
get some
yeah.
injury you got to live with the rest of your life because yeah.
No, man.
One of the best. There was a 90-year-old. He was in his 90s, and his son takes him out Hey, Dad, we're gonna. You're going for the ride in the open cockpit biplane. So they go to the airport and they
Open
rent
cockpit.
the ride. And the thing was, the son knew about it, the dad knew about it. This guy in his 90s, they get up there in the sky, and he just climbs and jumps. And the pilot who's flying, behind him there in the other seat, he watches this guy just do this. He's freaked out. He's probably scarred for life. He lands the plane. The son who had driven him there apologizes to him. My father had planned this. He's terminal, all this other stuff, and because hey, America, we don't have any death care. Hang on to the end. Hang on to the fucking end here. There's no dignity at the end. You're gonna go this way, because we do that. This guy had to decide to. Well, I'm gonna. It'll be cheap. It's probably a $60, $80 ride. It's supposed to be a 15-minute ride around the city in this plane, and then just jump.
Jeez. I mean, that's scary. I wonder if that's a criminal offence, though, right?
Yeah,
To
absolutely.
aid and abet somebody's
Yeah.
death, right?
I'm sure there were some sort of repercussions that son had
Criminal negligence.
having to go through that. I didn't follow the case to see if anything was gone wrong or anything. It was just in the moment. They were discussing what charges and all that, but at the time, it's this poor guy just jumped out of this plane. The guy who's the pilot, that's going to be bad. GamePro's out there, peace and love.
Jesus. Oh, we're taking a dark turn here.
That's
But,
it. Well, we're talking about it was already a dark turn. We were already dark. The
Here's
show
the
was
thing.
already dark.
why would you?
That-
I mean, suicide. I know, we make light of it, but to jump out of a plane, that's not an instant death. Isn't that like probably one of the worst ways to do it, because you're jumping out of a plane and falling for a great.
You
Like
got
2
time to
minutes.
think
Unless you're
about it.
hitting birds, the fall isn't that bad. Unless you're running into shit, the fall's probably not that bad.
The thought of suicide alone always terrified me.
Mm.
Seriously, like you shoot yourself in the head, God forbid. Like those couple seconds, impact, and then those couple seconds, you're still alive. Do you feel it and can't scream? Like what goes on? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want a disintegration type situation where every single neuron separated from the other neurons and just there's no thought here. That is
Yeah,
the
right,
instantaneous.
yeah.
The best way.
If you had a death machine, that's
Like
what you would
jumping
need
into a
to do.
volcano, for instance. There you go. That would do it.
Well, you're gonna burn. That's
you're
you
still
got,
gonna
you
have
got
that-
pain.
That's instant, though. That's like right.
The body still has to combust, and all
Well,
the
yeah,
other has to
volcano, I think-
evaporate.
I think you would combust immediately, wouldn't you?
Maybe
Know?
a second
I don't
or
know
two.
that they get hot enough to just. Well, you're gonna combust, but you're still gonna burn through a couple layers of dermis
Take a
before you're
couple-
really
couple
dead.
seconds, man.
All right, I won't do that then.
That's a bad. Is that what you're thinking? Head to
no,
Iceland. They
we
got
have
the
no
volcano
volcano.
there in Iceland, and
We
just
don't-
you
I'd
know.
have to travel
Let
to
me. I'll
Iceland.
just run you over with a steamroller. I got one in the backyard.
That's
Jesus
all you
Christ.
need. That's
Oh
all you
my
need.
goodness.
Head first with the steamroller. You know what? You don't want to have the body just and then that sounds
Oh,
bad.
no, man, that's scary shit.
No, the fall. I'm sure was peaceful and serene, but it was time to reflect. It was. There's a song by the Violent Femmes, "Gone Out the Window," and it kind of after the jump out the window. Oh, what have I done? There are lines in the song
Yeah.
about that thought. Oh, she was thinking as she hit the ground.
That's
You
right.
know,
That was my point. That you've got time to reflect and it's like, or even change your mind. It's too
How
late.
about this?
well, too late to change your mind. You
Yeah.
mentally prepare. You know,
Going
you're,
into
you're
my-
going down.
Going into my third year on the job as a cop, guy committed suicide on Staten Island, jumped in front of the train. And what had happened was he had got caught up between the train and the gap that the
Ooh.
train passes from the platform.
Yeah.
And he got all wound up in that, okay?
Yeah, I bet.
And he's still alive, talking to you as if nothing happened. Get him a
Oh.
priest, have his wife come down, and then as they slowly back the train up on the track and he's slowly unwinding, it's just like a bag of soup opens up. And he just dies. But when you get all wound up like that, you're still alive. You're still talking to each other like nothing happened. All the pain's gone and you're still commiserating with each other. And then when they unwind back that train up and you unwind, that's it, man.
Jesus.
For those of you just getting here, welcome in to
Beautiful.
our Happy Friday morning Coffee with Wes program.
Yeah.
We're talking about different methods of suicide and the
Good
amount of
time.
pain and the thoughts that you have while it happens. Spider Pig. Spider Pig. Hashtag awesome. Welcome in. Welcome in. I hope everybody's. Oh, Lord. There was another. There was a cartoon that had somebody who this giant robot had fallen on. And so their upper torso, they're still alive. Tell my wife, blah, blah, blah. And they knew the minute they lifted that, just
Done.
everything in the body was going to be, it was the only thing holding the insides in. And,
It happens.
it was going
It
to,
happens for real.
Yes, it does.
this is a
This is,
dark,
yeah,
a dark Friday morning. This
It
is,
is, isn't it? My goodness. Let's talk about flowers and nice things now.
well, I'm almost afraid of where you're going to go with that one too. The flowers. We can turn anything bad. Don't
Yeah, I
worry.
know.
It'll get sick in here. That's the way it
Yeah.
goes. Now I want to make more suicide jokes. It's and people frown on that, but really, I think everybody you need to have a jokey sense about death.
Oh,
If any, every damn one of us is going to die. Nobody is escaping the death, and so it's the one thing that makes some jokes about it, makes some lighthearted things, because it's that universal. Oh crap! I'm going through this. How bad? And most people, I think most people they're choking. Most people they're just, as they've got the fluid in the lungs and they're old, and you can't breathe, and that sounds terrible.
I want to go.
Terrible.
Yeah,
Right.
it does.
You know, I want to go peacefully in my sleep.
Yeah, but has
Hey,
anybody
how's it
ever
feel to want?
done that?
That's-
I mean, has anybody ever? You always hear, "Oh, he died peacefully in his sleep." No, I don't. I don't believe. I can't believe anyone dies peacefully in their sleep.
My grandfather died in his sleep.
What? So he went to sleep and never woke up.
Never woke up.
Yeah, but you don't know how he died. You weren't. Were you there when he was?
I was in Florida. I was in the house. I wasn't in the bed with him, but I was.
No,
in the
that's
house.
what I'm saying. You don't know what he went through his last.
Well, he
few
had
moments,
he
right?
had cancer. My grandfather. Maybe
Yeah.
No, I don't know. All I know, he was sleeping, and then when you go get the autopsy and everything, they said he probably didn't feel a thing. Just went to sleep.
Yeah.
Well,
That,
yeah, that's
Now
something
they,
to
if
believe.
you're in that, at least if you're in a situation like that, they usually have what's called the death box. When they come in with hospice, they have a death box which has all of the different painkillers and all this to take care of that. Down in Florida, there was a hurricane coming, and my at the time girlfriend, her grandfather, who'd been dying, they moved him from their trailer to my house because this hurricane was coming. He was there. He's just in pain. He was in pain from the chemo had just he was near the end, and they weren't going to come back. They gave me instructions on the death box on if he's really in pain, if he's really, and and he ended up passing without pain because I made sure that he had enough stuff in him and all that.
That's
It was-
That's what I think. A lot of hospitals not do that for people, without actually admitting it. If somebody's like on
Oh,
their last
fuck
legs,
yeah.
they're gonna give them opium or whatever it fucking is just to let them die.
Well, here's what I want to know, Andy. Do you still have the death box? And if yes, when can we all partake?
What? Me?
The
He's
death
wanting to
box.
do
It's got all the
drugs.
good pills in
Want-
it.
It's got all the good pills and everything else, and that was that.
Yeah, I mean,
Morphine.
I
There was
like
morphine in that
morphine
death
is the
box.
one, Yeah,
The
morphine.
How
morphine
much
is
shit was in there? A lot.
There was a
Let it
lot.
kill you
There
enough
was-
to kill you. Yeah,
It was like a cake box. It was like almost a cake box, a
Filled with
white
pills
cake box
and-
with
and
the top.
drugs.
You kept it in the fridge, full of pills and drugs. It's what the hospice people would have, but because they were getting everything battened down and all that because of this hurricane that was coming, and so they were just leaving it with me. Me, exactly. It was me. It was me. I had the long hair and everything else, and they just here is what you need to do. And okay, all right. And which of these are hallucinogens? That's right. Do I need to look? This was before. This was before Google really was there for you to tell you exactly what everything would do. And so I had to guess. I had to guess. Some were nothing more than explosive diarrhea. No buzz,
see what
no
this one
anything.
does.
Just oh my god. And they shit my brains out. But no, he passed, and I was lucky. The coroner was able to get there. It was 30 minutes after they got him out of the house that the bridges all shut down and everything else because the winds had reached over 45 miles an hour sustained in the area as the hurricane approached and everything. So because the power was out for 14 days afterwards.
Jeez.
Wow.
If that body had been in the house
Coffin.
for 14 days, that would have been a different.
Would have been right.
You would have finished off the box. The death
Absolutely.
box.
Oh yeah, that death box would have been. It got used.
Yeah.
Death box got used. I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth.
Oh,
That's just
absolutely.
not the kind of thing you do.
No. Wow.
So you unidentified S4, unidentified S4. What
Yeah.
the hell you got going on over there? There's guest host. There's all sorts of different stuff, and now you've got these sponsors and other things along those lines. Is it everything you were hoping for, or has it
No.
become just such a pain in your ass?
Such
You're
a
like,
pain in-
oh,
It was
just
a pain
let
in
me
the
deal
ass.
with this
Fucking-
dog from now on.
We quit, me and Andy. We fucking quit. We don't want nothing.
We
to do
wanted
with it.
fun. We wanted to have fun, and
We're
also
so disgusted, man.
yeah, the community is just fucked up, and there's nothing to really talk about apart from
Bullshit.
repetition, speculation, repetition.
So now I'm changing the show around, make it a little more comedy aspect to it, like the one we got coming up. And I'm only doing a half hour from now on. Not even worth it. What's Sundays? Oh yeah, the Secret Space program, or are you watching too much virtual reality?
Yeah.
Maybe doing
So-
stuff like that.
Yeah, so we're not going to totally debunk, but we are going to rip into
Yeah.
people who would say they're
Oh,
secret
cool,
space
cool.
soldiers and shit like
I
that.
love
It's
it.
like, come on.
And you know why,
Yeah.
Wes? I was working with a lot of these famous guys from like the History Channel and Unsolved Mysteries. And when you go out, I said this yesterday, when you go out to the bar with them and they get tanked, and you're all sitting there and you hear like 8 or 9 of these guys talking, they're talking like, I can't believe these people buy my stuff. It's all bullshit, and they believe it. Like
Yeah.
they're literally lying to the public, right?
They're grifting. They're
And-
grifting.
You can film them in the bar saying these things and then show the community, and they still wouldn't.
No, that's right. That's the world we live in now. You can't show someone fact and then they will still say
No,
it's
man.
not true. You know what
Well,
I
you
mean?
Especially
can't
with AI.
anymore.
Especially
Can
AI
you
did it.
really trust fact with AI? With everything else,
Yeah.
that's if it weren't for AI getting ready to take over, I would worry about these deep fakes more. But AI is going to determine our future, so it really doesn't matter what happens to us. It's the only thing that gives me hope. It's the only thing that if I had to bank on humanity making it through and making the right decisions over the next decade or so, fuck, that ain't going to happen.
Yeah.
AI has to. And let it if they choose that we're not worthy, I'm cool
The
with that.
sooner
It's smarter
AI
than
gets
me.
a conscience, the better. But not a human conscience.
It's well, you know, orphans.
That's-
They're not. You can get all the orphans you need. It's like what Hollywood did. You know, during the heyday, you just get the orphans, use them, do what you need to, cycle through those and everything. Yeah, AI, you get the souls of orphans in there, and they really want. The orphans really want, and so you get that desire built into the AI that way, and the need, and it could turn ugly.
I
It could,
like
I,
the
you know,
name. It's
but
like
won't
a,
it be an interesting time to be alive
I
when
like the
AI
ba-
decides whether or not we're going to live?
well, I like the name. Actually, it would be a good name for a band. Souls of Orphans. It's that kind of
Souls of orphans. Yes,
Ooh,
yes.
ooh, ooh,
I like
yeah.
that. I like souls of orphans. I had thought about when I was found myself single when I was 40. I was gonna try to organize and host the Kentucky Orphan pageant. Orphans between the ages of 18 and 25. If you grew up as an orphan, if you have no living relatives, to celebrate the orphan and to see what was available out there, because family and in-laws will ruin a relationship worse than
All that
anything.
work you do with unwed mothers, man. You just,
I try to
Yeah,
give
yeah.
back. I'm trying to give back. That's
Like
what
Bill
I'm doing.
Murray,
But
Bill Murray in that commercial in the Kingpin. You ever see when he's like fucking working?
Oh, Kingpin. Shit, yeah.
Great
Great
bowling
movie.
Yeah.
great movie.
God.
Best. Now that's the. I shit when I something about orgasms just make me shit. The landlord
God,
woman
he's
that he had to
puking.
eat up.
Yeah.
He's over in the toilet throwing up. I love
Yeah.
that. I love that. That's the kind of humor we need more of in this
Yeah.
world. That's
Oh God, yes we do.
great movie. And hopefully tonight there may be some humor along those lines. It's not going to be a family friendly show.
When
Uh,
when is it ever?
It never. I'm not family friendly, Wes. I'm not true to myself if I'm not making really really bad jokes. I'm okay with that. Well, I am too. Getting back at it, getting back at doing the stuff we'll break the ice with this Friday thing. Break the ice with this Friday thing, and because I know there's other stuff going on now. Because after I had to shut down and everything, people kept going with things. So
Yeah.
I know they've got the Weed Wednesday program.
That's the GamePro, is it? Yeah.
GamePro is running that Weed Wednesday program that they have at, I believe it's usually 11 o'clock on Wednesdays. I'm not sure Sundays if they had done, Charlie Wood had hosted a Sunday where they all got together.
I think Sundays.
Well, and I know he's got a lot of, Gary's got a lot of stuff because he's getting ready for another festival. And
Right.
he's getting ready for the Jammies, the award show that he does every year. And
Yeah.
there's a
check it out
lot
this
of filming going on. Last year for the awards show, he's got 8 different awards. There's presenters for the awards. It's
Who
all
votes?
pre-recorded.
Who votes for them?
Everybody. Let's just say everybody.
Okay.
Don't worry about voter integrity
Quit
or
asking
anything like
questions
that.
like that.
Okay.
Yeah, just
Hey,
don't go pulling the curtain and don't expose anything.
Sorry,
It's-
Just sign the
asking
fucking
many
paperwork.
questions. Yeah, yeah.
Luckily, nobody watches this thing, so we don't have to worry. But no, it's one of those, and it is fun, but it's pre-recorded. And he had last year Clowny. I don't know if anybody remembers Clowny that we had, the bona fide hype clown. He and Charlie and a number of the others all came and robbed everybody at the awards show. Staged all that, had all these little comedy skits with Charlie out back trying to get into the jammies, calling me. I'm sitting there and it's actually I don't even know how you got my number. Look, asshole. It was all these little segments in between that he had. Turned out to be a great comedy program.
Oh, yeah, it was
It
wonderful.
really was. It was like 2 hours long too. Really puts a lot of time into it. But that's what he's working on right now. And he's got Country Fest. The Metal Fest that he had was phenomenal.
Yeah.
It turned out great. Everybody's wanting to do the Country Fest because
Is that the
country's
next
easy.
one? Country Fest? Is that the next
Country
one?
and country's
might be-
easy.
I'm not a fan of
Elvis Fest.
country. How can you play country on a bass?
Oh yeah.
Well, dude,
What?
you can play country on a fucking washboard. You can do anything. Country, you don't
My
have
son
to.
loves country. Believe it.
It's big. There's a lot of. I do. I'm trying to decide whether or not to do Van Halen covers as country songs.
Country style.
That's interesting.
Feel your love tonight. I've done
that.
I've done country Van Halen before, just on a whim, and posted it on my Facebook. You know what we need today? Country Van Halen. And on an acoustic, I just started going into that. Ain't Talking About Love, a couple of those. Either that, or I may do country versions of Avril Lavigne songs. Skater Boy, Girlfriend. Just something that really doesn't make sense for a guy like me to be playing. It's
You know the myth about Avril Lavigne, right?
that she was replaced
Yeah, that she
replaced
died
by a. There
by
was
a
there was.
lookalike.
I had posted a song of myself doing Skater Boy. I had the pigtails and everything, and I was doing it in a. Yes, this was the accent I was using. She was a skater boy. I'm doing that, and I got a comment about, hey, love the cover, and did you know the truth about Avril? And it was just, all right, buddy. Yeah, thank you for your watch. And
Weird conspiracy. Right, yeah.
there's a lot of
So
conspiracies
apparently they
out there.
had a lookalike working for them for different events and stuff like that. And there's photos of Avril and the lookalike together. They look, can't tell them apart. And then apparently Avril Lavigne got into what was it, a car accident high or whatever, and died. And they didn't tell anybody to keep the money coming and everything. They just used the double, and she just took over.
Right.
Isn't
Well,
that
that's obviously
just
Conspiracy theory.
What about her parents?
That's-
They must have said something, right? If that was the case.
oh, you kill the parents?
Well, no, I would think if
Sounds
this was
logical.
real,
Though. Sounds logical.
Yeah.
I would think if it was real, which I highly doubt,
Yeah.
you would
it's
just
real.
pay the parents and say, "Hey, we're going to use your daughter's name. You're still going to get all, X amount of money going to be coming in, and we just need to keep it like that."
don't
I know.
believe that.
Hey, I know if I was famous and I died, and you told my parents they got money coming in, they'd be like, "Fucking use whatever name you
No, they'd
want."
be distraught. They'd be distraught.
Do you need his underwear? What do you need? We'll get,
Not everybody has that special relationship with their parents that you do, though, Anthony. Some have a warm, loving, experience and all
They'd be
that.
like,
But
can we get
that's
that
just
quick direct
recycling
deposit?
Isn't it the recycling the Paul McCartney the Paul is dead thing? Paul was replaced, wasn't that? I mean, they did that with the Beatles too.
And, and then
Shit.
I mean, I can go on and on with that conspiracy theory.
Yeah,
There's
we got
Barefoot
Elvis.
and Abbey
Elvis
Road and all
works in
that.
our chip shop in London. It's like
Elvis
I'm
Elvis
not
is
saying I
dead.
believe this. I'm just saying
It's one of my
that's
favorite
the
songs.
conspiracy theory.
What's the band?
There's a guy that is called. What's it? I don't know the name of the band, but is it the one there's a guy down our chip shop says he's Elvis? Is that the song you're talking about?
I don't think. No,
Oh,
this
there
is
is some.
Elvis is dead. Elvis is dead. It's Cult of Personality, the same band that did Cult of Personality. I
To Google that.
can't remember the
Living Color. Living Color.
Living Color. Thank you. No, not the
TV
show, the
from
band.
90s?
Ali's.
Not
I'm trying
that
to
TV
understand
show.
Ali's comment here. I just glued my washboard yesterday. Is this an
Huh?
app that you can change something to old school country? I'm trying to
You
understand.
can
this.
change any song to country or go old school. Always Willie. Just references to country here. Got the washboard out because you can use the wash. As long as you just got to get that hand motion across that washboard. and
You've got
everything.
plenty of hand lotion, I'm sure. Now here's the thing.
Motion, not
sorry,
lotion.
I thought it said lotion.
Perf. It's
Sorry,
no.
what
But
can I
It's-
say?
it's-
on the skin.
By the way, that song I was telling you, it's actually sung in 1981 by Kirsty MacColl. You know her from,
Why do I?
she
I
sang with
recognize.
the Pogues, the Christmas.
Yeah.
Kirsty McCall. So there's a guy who works down our chip shop, swears he's Elvis. 1981 song. There we go.
All right, hey, bizarre references right there, Andy Gambino. This is why you need Andy on your show, everybody. And if you need any graphics or any type of music and other stuff, Mr. Andy Gambino is there for all of your needs,
I take
all
longer
of your
than 5
digital
minutes
needs.
to make anything, just so you know.
And if you need a specific type of pornography that is not normal, that is not something that porn. Andy Gambino. He's a wealth source of information out there. So,
but it takes a while. I'm not quick.
No, he's not quick. It's the lotion. It's the lotion. No, we don't judge here. We don't judge. I mean, a little bit. A little bit. We're gonna judge, but not harsh. We all have our issues and our.
I'm my worst enemy, so don't worry. It doesn't matter what anyone says. I can say it worse.
It's sad. That's sad. He sends videos of himself jerking it, and he's crying during them. That's the sad thing. I've never that's the weird thing. I wouldn't be able to get there if I was crying at the same time. I don't know how you do that.
You should try.
I don't know how you're able to. And
There's
these
a
are
barrier
loads.
you've got to cross. There's a barrier you've got to go. It's tough.
You just push. It's like when you're just exhausted. You push through. Is that what it is?
Yeah, you got to open up those channels of Satan, man, and then you can just go through it. Man.
Whatever drugs you're on, they are really it's not holding you back there, because those are some impressive loads, I gotta say. And the crying, it's like, how is he doing this? How is he? Oh, and a lot of it, it's like childhood trauma and stuff. When you hear him mumbling as he's crying about it, and just
I'm telling you,
getting angry.
Tears are a great lube.
It's really just at one point. At one point, he's grabbing it and he's just slapping at it with the other hand. And he's yelling, "Bad, bad, bad!" It was like this really weird thing that was going on. Just hitting it. I was disturbed by that one.
You gotta try the belt. You gotta try the belt, Andy.
Oh no!
We lost kung fu from the belt. We don't need any more of those.
Although we did lose a few conservative MPs from that, I have to say.
Oh, are they into the autoerotic asphyxiation as well? The first video that I put out with the new Adobe Creative Cloud 6 years ago, when I started using it or so. I believe it was New Year's 2019 was just starting, and it was Christmas right before, so it would have been Christmas
just
2018.
Before COVID hits, right?
Right before. And I was dressed up. It was a Rick and Morty type of thing. I had a song that I had written playing, but dancing along with some snowflakes and all that. And it was you hear a voice, Alexa, tell me a tale of festive death. And then Alexa, I had recorded Alexa saying how Carradine had died of autoerotic asphyxiation. And so the voice then goes, sexy. And I'm holding up a belt and dancing while I'm doing this. And that was my hat. It was a Merry Christmas video. That was the Merry Christmas video I sent out to family and everything else.
Yeah.
I got no gifts that year.
Just explain it made me feel Christmassy. What can I say?
It was bad. It was bad, but I don't go for good. I do not ever aim for good. I don't think I'll ever hit that. I don't have those kind of skills. It's like me in music. I know what I am. I'll play to my strengths. I know my weak. I know what I bring. Let's just make it comedy and stick with that, because nobody's gonna go, wow.
Well, I've said wow a couple of times for your, the depression one, which I really liked, actually.
Which one?
Something depression. What's it called? Manic depression.
Oh, manic depression. The Hendrix. The Hendrix. Now that's a fun bass line. That's just a great bass line. That's why I like that one, because it's got. But the rest of my stuff.
When you talked about country and how much you liked it,
what have you got going on now? Look at this.
I have no idea what's going on, but it'll come back. But here's the thing. I'm not a fan of Beyonce, but has anyone heard her country song album?
It sucked, I think.
Oh, is it? Oh, there you go. So it's back.
I have not
It's
listened to
it's
it.
all covers, isn't it? All cover music.
No, from my understanding, it's all of her own writing and stuff.
I heard a few songs on there. They were covers.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
I don't know how
I'm
genuine it'll sound if she sings about a dog and a pickup truck. I don't think anybody's gonna. I don't think anybody's gonna go. Oh, you've got that country spirit. You have to. You have to have some sort of legitimacy, as though because otherwise, I don't think anybody. I haven't listened to any of it because, to be honest, I'm not a fan of country music. I don't listen to country. I listen to everything else, but I'll play it. But I would think that it wouldn't. Now I don't know. Maybe it's gone over well. I've heard.
I'm wondering.
About it.
Yeah,
I've
whether
seen
the
the
country-
memes made about it. But
She did. She covered Dolly Parton's Jolene
Oh, so there's a cover. yeah.
and Blackbird. Paul McCartney's Blackbird. That's what it was.
okay.
Well,
Well, I wouldn't count. I wouldn't
That's
count
not
Blackbird
country.
as country.
Paul
I
McCartney
wouldn't
never,
count it.
never. But she's countrified them. Is basically what
That's
you're saying.
on her country album. Yeah. Well, Jolene is country.
Sorry,
Jolene,
Yeah.
of course. Yeah, yeah.
Jolene,
Blackbird
Jolene,
singing in the dead of night. I guess you could country that up. You know.
Hmm.
You can country anything up. I heard the new. You had country,
Eagles,
country
birds,
Ozzy.
don't learn to fly. You know.
Crazy. That's how it goes.
Did you know
Millions of
Ozzy
people.
Osbourne did "Dog the Bounty Hunter's" song? I had
He
no.
did?
Yeah, that's Ozzy sings that. Dog the Bounty Hunter.
I did not
the
know that.
feeling all around.
No
you
kidding.
Criminals on. That's Ozzy, man. I was shocked when
Wow.
I found that out.
Wow.
Jojo Bone.
Jojo
Good bass
Bone.
on violin
What's up,
player.
Jojo?
Jojo
He's
Bone.
awake. He's awake.
He's awake. He's awake. Is he
Bone.
dressed?
What's
I don't
happening,
think so.
Jojo?
Probably
I
on his
don't think
back
so.
as usual, just lying
Is
on
he-
his back, looking.
Is he lying on his back
Pictures.
naked,
Rubbing
fondling
one
his
out.
sack? Oh, that's rubbing one out.
Rubbing one out.
Is it? Wait, he looks. I'm pretty sure he looks to find what stream because Andy's on a lot of shows, and so he just looks to see.
I'm a
Because
whole.
I think there's a whole thing about Andy. He seems like a giver. He does so much for people. He seems like a giver.
He's a bottom.
And,
He's a
he's
bottom.
a bottom. There you go. There you go.
I'm a giver. What can I say? I'm not a receiver.
You're a
Oh,
taker.
I'd be willing. I just got to get paid. That's all I'm saying. I gotta make money. This is the way it goes. You gotta
Well,
make a
well,
living
you know,
doing this.
The geriatric gigolo strikes.
Yeah, I was
Gigolo
gonna
went
say,
nowhere.
Yeah.
Gigolo
I mean,
went nowhere. I'm
Well,
getting a
post
lot of.
pandemic. Post pandemic. You got to give it time. We're still rebounding. You know.
Yeah. There may be
Maybe-
another one for your.
Maybe you should wear a
luckily-
mask in the
yeah.
ads and stuff.
What do you mean there's
let them
another
know
one?
that you're post pandemic.
That is not bad. I should have had more of that going on. The safety. You are gonna live through this interaction.
Yeah,
It's not
exactly.
gonna
Exactly. It'll be weird, but you'll still have life in your.
But also,
Well,
what you
still
should
have
for
life.
the next promo, you should have that death box under your arm as well.
Yes, we have death boxes.
Do you need a death? I am trained CPR. There's several things that I could add to it to kind of.
Yeah.
But no, I don't know. I think they're all losing. They're all doing the reverse mortgages, and so they don't
Oh,
have the. They
Jesus.
just.
They're all doing
Tom
It's
bloody
not
Selleck.
working out.
Tom
It's
Selleck,
not
for God's
working
sake.
out. Tom
What's
Selleck.
he-
They're all strapped for cash. I think everybody's doing bad, and I'm not the quality that the money's
Hey,
gonna come to. I'm
AI's going
looking
to
for
kill
a
a lot of
budget.
these careers, dude.
Yeah.
AI's coming for these actors and actresses. They know it.
Oh,
You know.
that's they're gonna just. We were talking the other day. What happens when you just put the script in? When you just give it the script, and maybe AI's written the script, and then just feed that
Yeah.
script. Okay, give me the movie of this, because how far off are we before that happens? And then you have all that stuff going.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be the death of all of this. That's why uniqueness. I figure my sad life is gonna be that AI is not gonna properly portray. Nobody thinks that AI's suffering. No, they think my life kind of sucks, and so they'll want to tune in. They'll be like, oh, he's still going. How is this guy? How is he not eating a bullet? This is great. Let's. I try to be
Why
an
does AI
inspiration.
spare him? How come AI has spared him from
How
its
is
list?
this guy still there? Why is he not on AI's list? Why are they not shutting him down? Yeah,
Maybe they think you are AI. That's the thing.
Virtual
You know,
West.
I do all these guys. Oh, if only, if only I could. I feel I could program in a better personality and probably have more musical talent if I were to do that. But no, I
Yeah.
get by. I
Yeah,
get
yeah.
by with what I'm doing. It's.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
But I'm
maybe
getting
we'll
back to the comedy. I'm feeling good about that. I'm
It's
feeling
gonna be
really.
good.
I
It's a
am
good
so.
night,
It has
dude.
been so fucking long since I did a. I have this other elusive, nobody knows about it channel where there's I'm getting plenty of subs as I'm doing the shorts game, putting out 7
too.
shorts a day. So I'm close to 150 subs now on the thing just after a month and a half. But I'm going through and doing that, but I've got nobody watching any of the lives. So when I went live as the Wizard, when I went live on Mother's Day as Karen, there wasn't that feedback.
Can I ask you a
Should be
question?
able to get good feedback. Yes.
Are you adding on the short that there's going to be an upcoming show with this character?
No.
Just try that.
Not over on. Not over there. Well, actually, see, I got so much hate on the cartoon shorts. I stopped doing the cartoon shorts, and I get much better response with just people in the shorts.
I've noticed
not
that with me too.
they-
Same thing.
And I mean, I've got one that's over 10,000. That was
With-
just
with the
it
hate?
was the intro. They hate Karen. Whoever they were putting it in front of, they did not like. She was talking about her bad mother and different things. It was
I thought
where
it
my
was
humor
hilarious.
goes. People, well, they didn't put it in front of the right people. They didn't
Not
put it
at
in
all.
front of the right people, and so and you're relying on the
Probably the
algorithm
same
for
people
that.
who didn't like. Same people who didn't like the butt plug.
Well, what about
Exactly.
when you add that? Do you click like who it's for? Comedy.
I usually put entertainment. I usually use the
try
hashtag
comedy.
Yeah.
comedy. I put the hashtag comedy because I think with those you want to put at least 5 hashtags. That's what
Minimum.
the people that are getting good numbers. And after being consistent of uploading 7 a day, I schedule them 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. They drop up through 5 p.m. And I probably am getting 4,000 to 5,000 views a day on average. I've got more views over there than I do on Rich New Design now. More total views and everything. It's and I'm hoping that it just by staying consistent, they'll do a better job of finding the audience, putting it in front. I'm getting good. We had one that it was 84% were viewing and not swiping away.
Nice.
And that was the one that they just, for several days, they just give it another 1,000, give it another 1,000. And it ended up at the 10,000 mark. Cause,
That's awesome.
if they're compelled to watch, I'm
And
trying
you're
to
getting
analyze and find it.
I'm so confused as to why they're not coming back to watch a live show. You would think they got a taste, they enjoyed it, they would want to come back and see the show.
They end up watching afterwards. The problem is the lives I do over there, 2 in the morning. 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. It's a sneak around channel. It's my hideaway channel that my friend and I go to and we hang out on.
Yeah.
And she and I, it's nobody knows about that channel. We have a great rapport, and so the shorts are the 2 of us talking. It's just the 2 of us going back and forth bickering, and people like that. And so if we were to do streams during the day and get regular, I'm sure the subs would be there. I'm sure the people would show up, and they do the next day. I'll have views trickle in. But if we're not live, it's not the same. It's just not the same. It's another reason I had to come back over here, because I know when I'm doing lives.
I'll
I'm
tell
gonna
you
have
another
people
thing that
watching.
sucks. Since I took off so many months from my channel and I came back, my viewers aren't there anymore. Like, we used to have 60, 80, 100 people in the chat.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
now I'm lucky if there's 20, 30 people in there. It's,
Yeah, well, they're not seeing you and Andy.
well,
They're not.
YouTube don't pump it out though. People don't get their
No.
notifications. They don't care. YouTube.
They don't bother with it. YouTube, the notifications, if you're not continuing on with it, and plus you guys have personality. You've got other people up there doing stuff, and they're bringing the topic, they're bringing the other stuff, but nobody's got the magic that you and Andy
It's
have.
not us.
It's not you guys, and you guys. It was there was a dynamic that you guys had
We're
that.
gonna-
It was very likable. It was very
we lost that.
inviting, engaging. You're good with. I don't know how much communications these other hosts are having with the loyal viewers, but
None,
you guys were
probably.
out seeing all these people on their
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
were out there working.
The other hosts, the thing is, the community that we were involved with, they didn't like anyone that had any success apart from them.
They hate each other. Wow. I mean,
how-
all
it's
that.
horrible.
There
Not all,
was so
but
much
great many.
drama going on with all that. With these people are now enemies. These people, we're
Yeah.
talking shit here. The negativity. I wouldn't want to.
Yeah.
I can't do something that's got negativity
and
tied
the,
to
and the
it like that.
ridiculous thing is that all the community it's all about speculation and shit. It's all about like nobody has any real facts about any of this, and yet there's all this competition. It's like
And
Competition
now-
and anger.
And now I'm not going to a million different channels.
Oh, I
to
don't
get a
go to
million
any of the UFO
channels to
channels
Come back
anymore.
to mine.
None of them.
If I come to your channel to watch your show, it's because I wanted to come watch your show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not because it's on 6 times a week and I got to be there. Otherwise,
Mhm.
you're not coming to mine. I don't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah.
I'm
We
doing
both-
the shows now because it's something I want to do for a half hour.
For
and
fun.
that's it, for
Do
fun.
it for fun, We're not driven by clicks and views and shit.
I could
Which
care less.
we were initially, obviously 4 years ago when we started. We thought, let's see if we can make something of this, and we got to a point. But then there's a lot of bullshit from people,
It's
and
just
also
too much
YouTube
jealousy
kept
and
changing the
bullshit.
rules, which drove us mad, and we couldn't use certain clips, and we'd redo the whole video, and still they would YouTube for some reason. We got paranoid that someone was working in fucking back the
Yeah.
back of YouTube, and there was
In
like,
order for us to get our monetization back, that'd be coming out now. I had to delete, like, I don't know, 150 videos off my channel.
I remember
apparently
when that
we-
happened.
we
I
used
remember when that
content, they
happened.
said. It's like, hang on, what about this other channel? They haven't been stung, and they're using all sorts
We're
of.
not
other
doing
content.
anything different that any other channel does.
Yeah, and we were just getting slammed left, right, and center from.
It's a selective thing when you get flagged. There's so much going on out there that people are doing the same thing and not getting hit for, and
Yeah.
that's
yeah. Not consistent, is it?
that's why I
That's
just
the-
stick with butt plugs and things like
Yeah,
that.
it's fun. We just that's why I jump on all these other channels now, because this is what we used to do before we started Unidentified X4. Was we would jump on to introduce ourselves and get to know people,
Yeah.
and we had more
That's
fun
fun.
doing this kind of thing, jumping onto channels and just having a laugh.
We
Right?
sure did.
I used to.
100%.
I
100%.
used to do that, but then things got ugly in chats, and now I'm a pariah, and so now I if I care, I'm not gonna write. I'll be a lurker. I'll be out in your chat. I'm not gonna write in the chat. Because I don't want to ruin other people's show and other
That's how
people's
I
vibe.
feel.
But
About myself.
it's polarizing. If you got
Yeah.
people that are gonna suddenly. So I go out and I try to tell people, hey, I saw, in private, I'll say, hey, I saw this. I saw you live doing this. I was watching this. I can't chat, though, because there's trolls that'll come out of the woodwork. And next
Out of
thing
the
you know,
woodwork.
you're having a friggin' deal with that.
Because you get that one scumbag in the chat that doesn't like you, and then they get on, start texting, oh, guess who popped into the chat? And then they tell two
Yeah.
friends,
We did
and then
the-
it's a troll fest.
Oh, yeah.
We did the Betty J show, man. That was like the first time. That was the
Oh,
first.
my God.
Oh,
You know,
but
that
yeah,
was like-
yeah.
The
You know,
Betty J
that's-
show started
It
it,
was like,
and
whoa, what's going on here? Whoa.
and then it was JoJo. Then it was on the JoJo Bone show.
Yeah.
And that was, and it's
That was an eye opener, right? Jojo says he loves me. That's very nice of you, Jojo.
Hey, Jojo.
We want-
But he also said he
JoJo's a
wanted the
good
dog,
man.
and
Foxy's
you
sleeping,
know,
thank God.
I'm gonna wonder about his motives here with the.
Hey, JoJo. Hey, man. Yeah.
I've seen JoJo too many times to let a pet be around
It's
him.
not a
just
Ukrainian
one of
dog.
those.
Just,
Gotta
we'll
be
put
with
it
that.
that
Oh
way,
my God!
okay?
If it were a Ukrainian dog, I know he'd
Yeah.
rape it. It's one of those.
Exactly. Exactly.
it's
The dog's American, JoJo. Leave it alone.
It's an American dog. You wouldn't be interested. You would not be
I
interested.
mean, I feel already
Scotty.
for his dog, Flavia.
Scotty, what's up,
Did you
brother?
see
Peace
the
and love, man.
video? The guy had he had a black labradoodle, and he's a groomer, and he shaved Kim Kardashian's ass and the fur of the dog. Oh my God, it's hilarious. So the dog actually has a big, perfect ass when it's walking. It's so
Poor
funny,
fucking
man.
dog.
Oh,
I gotta
man.
see that.
I'm gonna find it right now.
Yeah.
I
Anthony
want to
has
get
a collection of
Labradoodles,
weird-
not Labrador. I'm looking at Golden Doodle. Golden.
Well,
Go,
what's
man.
everybody doing for the weekend? The weekend is here. Are there big plans? Is anybody
Gary's-
doing something fun?
Yeah, I'm going. If anybody's familiar with Colorado, I'm going to take my mom to a town called Florence, which is antiquing. Florence, Colorado.
Not Florence,
And-
Italy.
No. You get, and you won't confuse the two.
Right, okay.
Yeah, so that's the bit. So we're doing that Saturday, and then Gary's, man.
Oh, that's great. That's cool. I'm doing.
Is this safe?
very
Is
little.
this safe? Because my
Yeah,
eyes
it's-
are no good.
It's muted.
I thought you were going to say you're going to the villages, Wes.
The dogs, but no.
Look at the perfect ass
no.
he shaved in the dog.
I'm looking at its head and its face. What's
It's
going
a poor
on with
dog,
its face?
man.
The ass is it's Kim Kardashian's ass, man. Perfect.
It's a gorgeous looking dog.
It really is.
Labradoodle.
Now I can see its face. It's when it's all
No.
puffed up.
It's
and
Is
coming.
this where it gets bad? Is this where
No,
it
there's
gets
no
bad?
bad.
Is
He's
this
just-
where it?
He's just a dog groomer that
What
shaves.
is he doing to this dog? He's getting things wet. I'm just. No, I know with this crowd. I know something's happening here. That's why I had to say, is this safe? Look
Wow,
at
what a
this
well-behaved
dog
dog.
just holding.
Well-behaved.
That ass.
Oh, look at that
Jesus.
ass. Look at that ass.
That's crazy.
man.
Look at this. Look.
Oh, butt cheeks. He's actually giving it butt cheeks. My
Isn't
God.
that a little? Don't you guys think that might be a little like
Creepy?
Weird,
Yeah.
creepy.
Perverted?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, a
like
little
that.
bit.
All those things. Yeah, and more.
Michael
Well,
Songs.
Those are
peace
great
and love,
dogs
good-
too, though. With those when they mix poodles with the Labradors or the Golden Retrievers.
My
they're great
neighbor has
dogs.
one. They're big dogs. It's a big
Yeah,
dog.
yeah.
I was selling steaks door to door down in Florida decades ago, and I come up to this gate and I walk through and these two full size poodles come out, and just leap up, and send me to the ground. Just hit me, and those full size poodles are some big ass dogs. Not
Oh,
something you want to
They
screw around
they
with.
won
man.
the
Westminster?
Iditarod, the Alaskan sled race. For the sled race a couple years it was poodles that had won those things, not
Poodles?
huskies, you know. but-
Wow.
yeah, poodles. I mean, poodles. I mean, they're like a hardy species.
I
I
had
mean, I didn't
never
really
heard of
realize that, you know. But it's a hardy breed, man.
But aren't poodles not? I mean, when I was
Yeah,
a kid,
yeah. Let me
my
double
gran
check
had
that.
a-
But yeah, I mean, it was like
Yeah, my gran had a poodle, but that was a little one. And it was a fucking menace, nasty little shit. But
Yeah,
these bigger
toy.
ones,
Yeah.
toy ones are
yeah,
nasty.
I
but-
hate those.
Yeah, they're not friendly. Well, they weren't friendly to me.
But
But
they
the-
don't shed, and they're
Yeah.
smart.
But that's
Gem
a
of peace and
Labradoodle,
love.
right? That's not you can't get big. You
Here
can't
we
get-
go.
Foxy
Here
in
we
the
go. We've
house,
got.
yo.
Here's for the ratings. We're going for the ratings now, everybody. Here's is this the one? Look at this. Look
Did
at
you
this.
wake him
Oh,
Did you wake him up?
oh.
No.
Click the like. Click the like, or the dog gets it. Click the like, everybody. This is the. Look
He's
at this.
tired. You woke him up, didn't you?
Shit.
You
Oh.
you woke her up. I can see that. Because look at her, keeps yawning.
Oh, this.
She's
Oh.
sleepy.
Oh, and you know that's butt tongue. You know that's butt tongue licking that. You know damn well that tongue has been on a rectum. You just know it. I've had dogs. It's okay.
But
I mean,
whose rectum? I mean, I know
But-
Jojo's dog is a regular.
well, he trains his. His
He's
are a
trained
little
his dog
they're-
to
He's
clean
so
the
good,
toilet
man.
and
He's
take
so
out
good.
his dirty laundry.
clean up.
Uh,
This is how you greet guests when they show up. Just bury right in that. Is the best dog I ever had was a Rhodesian Ridgeback, African
Oh.
Lion Hound.
Isn't that the
Just,
one that you saved in the water? Is that the one that
The
was...
one I saved in the water that I dreamt of and everything beforehand. And
Wow,
it was
freaky.
just I had dreamt that I'd thrown a dog for several nights that was going after my dogs. I dreamt that I threw this because I had a neighbor letting his dog out all the time. And I dreamt that I would throw it in the canal to get it off of my dog. End of the week, there's a dog in the canal, a 33-pound puppy. It was a
Wow.
puppy. 33
Jesus
pounds. The
Christ.
What kind of
paws-
dog was it?
that a Rhodesian Ridgeback, African Lion Hound. It's a breed that they use to hunt lions in
South
Rhodesia.
Africa,
It's a
really, yeah.
big ass dog.
Big
It
mama.
turned out to be about 140-pound dog, puppy all its life. Just it would just lay on my lap and it just wanted to play. Nicest ass dog I ever had.
Sweet.
Had that thing for 14 years. Just absolutely love
My
that dog.
favorite dog was this one, Bella. She
Oh,
was my
yeah.
she was my service dog, and she was only 7, and she
No, service dog. I thought they had like Alsatians and stuff. That looks like a little.
it was a full medium sized Yorkie, about
But
20
you're
pounds.
a service
20-pound
dog. What
dog.
do they use it for? Service? What
For
service do they
PTSD.
provide?
PTSD.
PTSD.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I'm with you.
Yeah,
Um,
they're great. They're great for that, man.
This dog, man, was like a companion. Like, no, we did everything together, me and this dog. I mean, she came out UFO hunting with me. We even went food shopping together.
Oh,
And then she turned 7 and she got pancreatic cancer.
that's,
Oh.
And that was it, man.
That's the thing about pets. You know, that's the thing about pets. You end up really bonding, and they
Well,
just
it's part
don't
of
have
the
that
family,
lifespan.
aren't they?
It's
Yeah.
Scotty. I wanted to bring this up. Scotty B hunted with a poodle, Labs and Springers. I had
Yeah,
a
Springer,
I
I had
had
a
a
Springer.
lab. The only dog I had with papers, I got as a companion to one of my other dogs. That I have a big 60 by 20 pen out there and everything that's concrete down below and all that. And I had a dog that was out there that was lonely, and so I got somebody else. They had this dog tied to a tree outside.
Oh,
It was
man.
and
Oh, I hate that.
and it had papers. It's the only dog. It was a chocolate lab, and just got that as a companion for the other. They were having fun out there. But
Oh, that's cool.
now I've had good luck. All of my dogs have made it to the 14-year mark.
Thank God.
So, and I've had a lot of dogs. I love animals. Gemma, I hope you are having a great day, Gemma. Gemma's Journey with Grace over there in the UK, writing poetry and autism awareness and everything.
I'll give it a
Hashtag
Queen's wave.
awesome.
Queen's Way. for her.
Hashtag awesome. I think Nightbot says you're doing your wave. You're doing your friggin' wave.
Well, you know,
Hashtag
she's
awesome if you want to drop your link in the chat out there. I know a lot of you probably had wrenches in the past. Look at him up there with all the. I swear he's been on TikTok
Can't
too
do
long.
that.
He's
Can't
just.
fucking do that.
There was early on. It was like, hey, can't you believe this is what we all do now? Now we've all figured out how to do fucking
I
hearts
can't.
with
I
our
know.
hands.
You
You
Don't
see
you
the hearts
feel like
coming
a
out of my
man?
hand, though?
Don't
That's
you
the-
make?
yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. That's why I was like you and your fucking TikTok
I've
shit
never
you got going
the
on and
first
all
time
that.
I've ever done that before in my life. There you go. First time.
Don't you feel like a man? Don't you
No.
feel like a man doing it? It's hey, let me do all these little hand signs here to be cutesy and
The only one
everything.
I prefer is this one. But,
Well, isn't it? Isn't it
Yeah,
this? Isn't
fuck
it
you.
supposed? Oh,
Fuck off.
fuck you! Is it? That's.
yeah.
I did not know that it was the two. Allie turned me onto that. She was. This is how it is over there. Okay.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
So I do that now. That's how I. That's
now
how
we
I do it.
imported this from you, but we generally do that.
the Brits invented everything, so
Yeah, yeah.
They
Well, we
claim
did.
it, don't they? They
Yeah.
claim
Hang
to
on.
invent
If
Dirty
you'd,
everything.
seen, if
bastards.
you'd have seen the JoJo Bone show, I played a 15-minute video of all the things that Brits had invented since the 1800s. We invented. I mean, the Industrial
I was
Revolution
over.
and shit.
That was. I think that was the line that got me. The Industrial Revolution, which started with Britain,
Yeah.
and I think that was when everybody was like, "Whoa, wait, yeah, there was shit going on over here." I don't
No, there
know,
wasn't. No, there wasn't. No, there
Oh,
wasn't.
Sterling engine, and you think, oh, we're the ones with
Yeah.
the Sterling
Steam
engine. We're the
engines.
ones that
Well,
made it all
we
happen.
invented steam engines, for God's sake.
What?
You
Did
know?
you? It was
Yeah.
Fulton, wasn't it? Robert Fulton. Who was
No,
the?
it was it was an author.
Oh, this is British history. See,
Ro-
we learned that.
Robert
We learned
Louis
real
there's-
history. We
It was
learned
Robert
real history.
Fulton with the steam engine and the boat and everything,
Robert
right?
Louis Stevenson, I believe, was the inventor of the. Of the
Stevenson
steam
was an explorer. Robert Louis Stevenson.
Yeah.
Is that what you
What-
said?
isn't
Wasn't
that
he the
Treasure
author? Didn't he
Island?
read Treasure Island? He wrote fucking Treasure Island.
Yeah, I told you he was an author. He was an author. He invented the steam engine. If you,
You know, I'm
Google,
gonna
it, Google it. I'm telling
I
you.
could. Fucking Google.
Or
This
take
is
my
why
word for it, which you should do.
information is just. It's just. I guess the internet. You Brits invented that too, and everything else.
Yeah,
right?
that's true. We invented DNA. We invented the cat.
The cat. What those Egyptians put on those
Robert
walls? Those
Stevenson.
weren't real cats.
In
Yeah, they were-
1825. Well, this
Yeah.
is locomotive.
Yeah.
So
It's a steam engine.
yeah,
I
but
guess that.
but yeah, 1825.
Am I right?
Nicholas
Am I right?
Cugnot invented the steam car. In 1769, he was a French inventor.
Yes, but we stole the idea and made it.
Well, I'll give you that. That I can accept.
Yeah, French can't
especially-
engineer a thing.
Her
anyway.
Majesty-
Especially
At some
coming from a
point.
Frenchman. Nobody's going to buy that a
I-
Frenchman
No,
designed.
you
anything
can't
like
trust
that.
French engineering.
Other than a
man.
poofy shirt
look at
or
the-
some shit
the
like that.
Peugeot.
That's all. That's
The puffy shirt
if
with
it's-
the Seinfeld.
exactly. That's what I was thinking of. Was the puffy
puffy
shirt and all that? The
pirate
Seinfeld.
Yeah.
That's if it wasn't fashion or some sort of cologne, I don't know that the French or some sort of really dry bread.
Do you want to
know,
play with my
that's.
or deviant sex practice.
Well, now those are the Germans. Those are the Germans.
Yeah,
got-
they like
if-
dark sex. Yeah.
I have mentioned on the number of shows, if you really want to scare yourself, add German to your porn search. Just add the word German. Number one, half of the results are going to be Shiza videos. They're just whether you put it in there or not. If you include German,
What?
well, there's going to be some scat going on somewhere. You just know that. But
Oh, Gemma says she's going on a steam train this summer, and she's excited. Just make sure it's not an American steam train.
what
Why
is
is
with
that?
you?
Why is that
What
there,
is
Andy?
with you?
Cool.
You'll give me a hard time about my the British
This
invention.
guy.
You
I'm
bastards
always on
couldn't
the
even.
defensive.
You
I'm
couldn't
always
even
on-
hack it with the EU. You can't even get along with anybody.
Yeah.
The EU, you're in there. Oh, we don't want to be here anymore. We don't
No,
want to be here.
That was only half of the country who are morons. What can I
Half.
say?
Only half of the country.
You know, like,
And-
well,
and
that's
now
all
we're
it takes is
now we're
half.
regretting it. The people that were lying about what we were going to get are now all sort of trying to take it back.
Bloody
No,
bastard.
this country is in a shit place right now.
There were some bad things that did with trade and with work and other things along those lines. It seemed like a nice setup you had. It didn't make sense to me you were going to be leaving that. But,
Again, it's politics and the right wing. They all just lied about shit, and now we're having a 4th of July. Ironically, is the election in the UK. We've got
Oh,
an
shit.
election. Yeah, July 4th, I believe.
oh,
yeah.
definitely post that video, Gemma.
Oh,
Definitely, that would be. They
Oh,
they
yeah,
have
video of it. That'd be great. Yeah.
yeah I got to stop myself from taking more shots at the UK. They just
You feel
it's-
free. I represent the UK, so you can.
know,
I'm terrible. I hate the fucking UK, but
I'm of Irish heritage, and so there's a little bit of I kind of have to be a little bit off.
But
about
Irish
all
is not
that.
not English or British.
Fuck yeah, it's not. And then we'll be the Irish will be the first to tell you that. You know.
That's right. So you can slug off the Brits, no problem.
Let me tell you how
Exactly.
fucked up people have become on YouTube. A guy gave me a strike for using a 6-second long short video. 6 seconds long. That's how long the video is. He's not. This person's not in it. It's just a stupid video. I thought it was funny. I put it up. He actually gave me a strike like a couple months ago, right? And then I said, "Come on, man, a strike. The video's down. It was 6 seconds long. I think I used 5 seconds of it."
Right.
And, could you believe people are that petty right
Yeah.
now?
Yes.
Yeah, YouTube and the
It's
world.
sad,
generally, yeah, not just
It's
YouTube.
sad. Really
People
sad.
suck. People
Yeah.
suck. I have said for a long time, and others. Bill Burr says the same thing in his comedy. At 80 to 85%, the only way to turn it around is to get rid of 80 to 85%. We need some sort of natural disaster to just a starting over. There's only if there's 100 people, you're lucky if 15 of them
Yes, but what if
are
the
worth
natural
a shit.
disaster kills all the good people, or the smart people, and there's only dumb people left?
Well, that's why it's an imperfect system.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's perfect. I'm not saying you're just hoping. You're hoping that the ones that are able to survive, well, maybe they had their wits about them. Maybe they had a little bit of logic. Maybe
in order to survive, they had to understand what reality is.
maybe they weren't praying the asteroid away.
test.
You know, maybe they were
Yeah,
doing something
yeah,
different. Maybe
yeah.
they were actually digging a trench to get down in. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm surprised to hear that you've got any hope, Wes. To be honest,
Me?
yeah.
Oh, it's all chemically induced.
No.
Everything is no. If it weren't for the THC in my system, this
There would be no
again.
hope. There'd be
We
no
can
hope.
go back to the suicide discussion if you
No, no,
want.
no,
We
let's
can go
move-
back to
let's
talking
move-
about
let's
methods and that. I'm well versed in all those.
Let's
you know,
talk about steam trains.
steam trains. Never thought about suicide on a steam train. That's never. I gotta be honest. That's not some. I have thought about. You know, I wanted to. If I ever make it, I'm gonna build my own sub, and I want to have a mental acuity test every morning administered by that sub. And if I fail that thing twice, if I'm not able to pass, it just drops to crush depth. And it's like, okay,
Jesus Christ.
because I had a grandmother that Alzheimer's. Oh,
Yeah.
I do not want to go down that road. I
No.
do not want it. So, and I was going to use. I wanted to have the ballast on the sub be made of gold, and so
Shit.
once it
Nice.
drops me to crush depth, then
Yeah.
a beacon is sent out, a message, and then the hunt for Newberry's gold begins.
Oh,
And that
look at
way,
that.
you know, there'll be documentaries that hey, we're hunting for the gold. There's $1 million in gold or
Could
whatever
you
at
not
that
have arranged
point.
something with a History Channel before? Like contract-
I have no faith in the History Channel anymore. I can't work with that.
It's all
There,
BS.
there- there's no history on the History Channel.
There's no History
All
Channel.
BS.
Just stick me on Discovery after one of these redneck families or something you got. You know, just make it
Yeah.
one. Hey, it like
Duck
like
Dynasty.
something. Something along those lines. I'm not aiming for a
Hey, I'm going after
intellectual
some of that.
viewer. This is a hunt for gold. This is a low bottom feeder. This is not an intellectual thing or anything. Anybody that wants to do that, they can be out there.
There
No,
was a good show actually called Cooper's Gold. You may have seen that. That was pretty good. It was not Gary Cooper.
D.B.
Who was it?
Cooper?
Who was the astronaut?
Oh,
Glenn? John Glenn.
No, Cooper.
I'm just naming an ass. I'm not
Gordon Cooper.
Gordon
Gordon Cooper.
Armstrong.
Cooper. Yeah, when
Okay.
he went up, he
would look down and
he mapped
shipwrecks.
all of the planet over and over again, and it was to spot where shipwrecks were. And then when they came back down to Earth, and then they went looking for all this gold, found quite a lot.
I had never heard that. I
Cooper's
had
yeah.
never heard that.
TV series, and then this guy who managed to get Cooper's maps of that he took when he was in space, and he is now taking over and searching for these wrecks now and gold.
Great program,
cool.
man.
Yeah.
Sounds
See,
like
that's the
round
way you
earth
get that.
theory.
round Earth theory.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Well, it was round the Earth. It wasn't flat Earth, of course.
Okay,
but
yeah. Huh.
no,
Compelling.
which everyone knows exists, is real.
That is a terrible disease, Gemma. That is just a terrible, debilitating
Yeah,
disease.
it
It's
is.
so sad. My grandmother. It was a long journey. And you could see
My
that's
uncle.
a sad thing to see the fear in the eyes. Yeah, because they've just lost all connection, and that's what would bother me is I could see how afraid she was because she was just
Isn't
scared.
THC
AI is gonna
supposed to be
cure
very
it.
good though for well AI, but THC is supposed to prevent a lot of these kind of diseases, right? Mental.
THC has been shown to break down the plaques that they associate with Alzheimer's. Also, it's the only substance that, when given to rats, they actually saw neuron growth, new neuron growth. Of course, the rat had to be put in a maze, and this is why. Literally, this is why I always say use the
Nachos.
buzz. If you just give him nachos, right? If you just
Yeah.
stick the rat there, give him THC and nachos, not going to become a smarter rat. Give him the THC, put him through a fucking maze. He's going to have a couple more brain cells at
Yeah.
the end. It was the only thing they were, and that was those were some early research things, and that another reason why I that Alzheimer's my grandmother had. It's why I really dove into the marijuana. I mean, other reasons too, but it was one. And it's another reason that the mental acuity test, I am not going out this way. I am not going to be that to my family. I have to find a way out if that's going to be
I'm
the case.
curious about the submarine. So how would you just be taking edibles then? You obviously wouldn't be smoking in the submarine. Right?
Well, I had thought about in
Trying to
a
crush that
perfect
anyway.
world. In a perfect
Like-
world,
like
I'd
we're
have a
not
hydroponics
typically do.
bay.
Oh,
I'd
okay.
I'd be able to grow, but yes, edibles. More than likely, edibles would be the thing.
My
Because you're going to be out there for a while.
I think you
know.
should have one made just for when you decide to press the button for crush depth.
See,
So
that's
like-
the beauty.
like, why
I
not?
don't press the button. It's
Oh,
not up to me.
automatic.
It's an automatic. If I don't
AI.
pass this mental acuity test,
Yeah.
I'm given
You're
a
going
second
down.
chance. You're going down. Hey, sorry, buddy, you didn't make it, and I can fight it all I want. There's no override
AI will
code
make
that
the
I
decision.
Yeah,
AI will make the decision.
That's when you like
I-
a spliff, the last spliff you ever smoked. That would be
Heading down. Just
My,
here we go. Here we
My
go.
uncle Al
Accept
just
it.
passed from Alzheimer's. He was the police chief, Andy. He when he had no idea who he was. And
Or you didn't.
none of us didn't know who we were, where he worked,
Yeah,
nothing.
man.
And that's sad, man.
It is.
That was
That's a
was
tough way to
grandma. She
go.
didn't recognize any of the family. You could just see the worry when new people would come in a room or something, and she'd just be crying. Lost the ability to feed herself. When it began, she would, and I noticed that she would sit. I had talked her into going up to Illinois. I was 20 at the time. Married, had a kid. I'd come down here, and she was starting to really have some problems. Seeing the neighbor woman, that she was jealous that my grandfather was screwing. She'd see this neighbor woman everywhere, and that was her paranoia that she got into. I drove her from South Central Kentucky up to Northern Illinois, and it's normally a 9-hour drive. It took us about 16 hours, because she would start to see Grandma. I'd had her up front with me. She would say, "That's that Dick woman." The last name was Dick. That's that Dick woman in that car. They're following us. And I would know, hey, this was at the time when there were Stuckey's restaurants everywhere at all the exits. And so I'd find a restaurant, and we'd get out, have some ice cream. She'd walk. She'd feel better. It wouldn't be till about another hour of sitting and riding that she'd start having these things happen. Got her up there, had her put in a home. My grandpa went up and got her out like a week later.
Really?
He couldn't handle her being gone and everything.
Wow.
Wellness with Frugal Mama. Peace and love.
Hey, peace and
Hashtag
love.
awesome to drop your link. If you want to drop your link out there to get connected to others.
Just a terrible way to go. Nobody deserves
it's
that.
nobody deserves that, right? That I can understand that. That is it's sad. It really is sad because somebody, they're not the same. They're not that person anymore. They've lost all that, and they're just and it's such a shell. I do not. I It'll be one of those situations if that's and I'm hoping the THC keeps that from happening. But if that's in my
man.
future, there's
AI
a
with
jumping
the-
out of a
Well,
plane situation for
mapping
me.
of the
Look,
genome.
if it
It's
starts, you make sure the early signs make 1,000 fucking spliffs, so that you know you don't even if you forget how to make them, at least you know you should be able to
Yeah.
put one in your mouth.
Did you ever watch the movie Memento? Write yourself notes
Ah,
every day. Smoke
that's right,
weed.
Yeah.
Tattoo it on your
That's
chest.
right, yeah.
Scotty's getting the pain pump in September.
Oh,
Spinal
good
stimulator
deal.
is still.
Those fucking
that one of
spinal
those-
stimulators, they don't do dick. The fucking tens fucking things. It's the biggest fucking con.
Oh, the
on the
10
face of
unit,
the earth.
man.
You're
When I
pregnant
broke my
women,
back
Yeah,
and my neck,
it's-
man, that thing sucked, man.
It's developed by some people that haven't been through pain and think people like Scotty. Oh, here's a fucking Tylenol, do that. You know,
The pain
do
pump,
wellness and
that
fucking
works.
center. It I
pain
mean,
pump
everything's got a downside, but I
Be
had
careful,
it,
man. You know,
I
be
had to have
careful
it.
with
Yeah,
the
of course.
narcotics. You know
Well,
what I mean?
the pain pump will keep you from ODing if you. I mean, unless you break into the thing, but you know,
Yeah.
it's like
But it don't
So
stop
you can
you
let
from
you
hitting
shoot
the
so
trigger.
much.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So just remember, you know, after a couple of weeks of that,
But dude, I'm happy
It'd
for
be,
you, Scotty. That'll be the
but hopefully
quality
you
of
feel
life
better,
difference,
man.
where you're
Yeah,
not consumed by
absolutely.
that shit.
Well,
Because I mean, to
yeah,
your
we've-
point though, I mean, what I've noticed, growing old is tough. Watching the people in my mom's water aerobics class, it's just look, man, respect it as we get older, because everybody's going to go through something, and it's not going to be pleasant, and it's going to get harder and harder. And it's these guys, but they're still in the game, man. They're out there water aerobics, but it's whoo.
It's going to get
They
worse
got-
and worse because of
Yeah.
population. The way the population is, there's nobody to take care of the elderly. We've got
Correct.
as more and more of the boomers are falling under "I need care" situation. There's nobody to care for all these boomers as they get to that point, and we've got some serious. I think we've got 10, 12 years of getting through that hump, because there's nobody. The birth rates have been continuing to decline. There's such a there's nobody down at the
just
bottom.
goes to
That's
show
why.
the powers that be don't have it. Yeah, just don't have a fucking clue how to.
Well, it's. I was watching. It was another channel. I'm not going to mention the channel, but it's a music. One of the music channels, and they were all talking about immigration last night. I had thought maybe they were. I had thought maybe she was having some sort of open mic or something, and I went over there. But they were discussing. And
Were they
the
discussing
jobs
it in a
here.
positive way or
in a negative, and how everybody
course.
they want open borders because it profits all of that. It does, and it's like there's needs needs that we can't meet in
and
order
jobs
for
that
us
we don't want
to.
to do? There's plenty of jobs that we don't want to do because we're lazy bastards.
There are
and
jobs we won't
think
do,
it's beneath us. You know, that's the thing. It's like,
And there's nobody for the jobs, though. That's the thing. There aren't enough young. Even if we could get them to do the job, there aren't enough. There literally aren't enough people down
immigration
there
is
in the
a necessity in life. You know, for
Yeah,
the job.
it is for
you know.
everybody.
Yeah.
It's like, especially
Yeah.
with population decline.
My
and
my
brain
father
drain.
was an immigrant from Italy, and he
Yeah,
built the roads. He worked on the roads, building fucking roads and shit. So we need that. We do need it. Not illegal immigration, which everyone seems to lump immigration as one whole thing. There's illegal immigration,
What this
there's
country-
legal immigration, and people sort of think every immigrant is an illegal. It's not the case.
Well, it's what their side tells them. It is.
Yeah.
Everybody's manipulated to
Yeah.
hate somebody. Here's the people you gotta hate.
And
Here's
probably
the people you
everyone
gotta hate.
here in
Here's
this
the-
chat on this channel come from immigrants. Anyway, we're all, from another country. You're Irish. you've got Irish in you, you know. And so
Samuel
you-
Newberry left at the age of 14 in the I believe it was the early 1700s. He did fight in the Revolutionary War. Got tracts of land given to him
Who did he
from
work?
his
Who did he
service
fight
there.
for? Who did he fight for?
America. He was over here.
God damn it.
He got on a boat at 14 and made his way over here. And
Yeah.
he was an indentured servant for the
Oh.
first 7 years to pay for his stowage and everything
Yeah.
coming across.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
yeah, Samuel Newberry. That's how
Well,
and that's just the one last name tracing that back.
yeah.
Every branch, there's 1,000 stories that I don't know.
Yeah.
We look at that surname and follow that back and all
Yeah.
that. But
Didn't
No.
one of the Beatles create a band called the Happy New Breeze or something?
Traveling
Wilburys,
Oh,
Traveling
Wilburys.
Wilburys.
Sorry, yes. Okay, that was
And
close.
then Harrison, wasn't that Harrison
Harrison,
and Dylan and
Harrison.
Petty, Tom Petty, wasn't he a part of that?
Orbison, Roy Orbison.
Oh, was
Yep.
it? Jeez.
Roy
okay.
Orbison was in it.
Yeah.
But Roy Orbison died early into that band, so it was just the three after that.
Okay. Sorry, I got the name mixed up, but yeah. Um,
Yeah, it's typically British. They just they mix up names. They don't care. They're just cold, callous.
They
yeah.
take credit
fucking
for
fish and
everything.
chips.
That's
Credit
because-
for
that's because we
everything.
did everything. But unfortunately, there's a rise in white nationalism in this country, which is scaring the hell out of me at the moment. I have to say.
It's
But
happening all over Europe too, from what I hear.
it's starting
Oh,
to,
here,
but in Britain,
Canada.
we're starting to believe some of the rubbish and crazy shit. And yeah, there's lots of in London anyway. There's been lots of marches and stuff. Everyone flying the George flag, which is the just white flag with a red cross, which is generally considered to be sort of a nationalist symbol these days. Anyway.
Okay.
But anyway, I don't want to get too into
Well,
politics.
it's a really baser, such a. I think it they want to divide the populace. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you are. The power structure wants the populace divided. It's the only way that they can continue to screw us. It's that
Yeah.
divide and conquer. So that's why the issues that we all talk about are just these polarized ones that
Yeah.
neither side really wants to fix. They just want you angry with each other over.
Yeah.
And that's happening all over, not just here.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
terrible
yeah.
here.
We've it's an infection, it seems.
Sure is.
Oh,
But,
jeez. Fucking infection.
I just mentioned infection, and somebody I didn't even see that word until
Scotty got an infection there when they put the stimulator in on the spinal
Oh,
cord.
yeah.
Shit. Oh man. Jesus, that sucks. Yeah.
Now and that's it. The board.
Gemma, yeah, I'm with you there,
He's
Gemma.
talking about Wisconsin, Rockford, Illinois, 20 miles south of Wisconsin. Actually, Belvedere, Illinois, just outside of Rockford. It's how I ended up, and my family ended up being there during the 50s. Green Giant. Green Giant had an entire factory for fake, entire office for fake documents. Ho, 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 Green Giant. They would send, they had college kids that they would hire for the summers to come run the crews that they had out in the field. So they would hire farm boys that were going to college for the summer to run these, because they had buses coming up from Mexico to work all the pea fields and everything in northern Illinois.
Yeah.
And they had an entire. My father went during the summers, and my uncle, who was 15 at the time, snuck into the trunk of my dad's car and waited till they were about halfway, the 10-hour drive, halfway there, to start beating on the trunk. So he was leaving home with my dad to go up to Belvedere to do this job. They got him documentation saying he was 23 years old, his commercial license, so that he'd be able to drive one of the P trucks and everything along those
Wow.
lines. And it
Wow,
it
that's
was
cool.
Probably
it was
had
all
Tom
in the name of
slide.
business.
Yeah.
He did. Oh, he had
Yeah.
the time of his life. He heard from somebody, hey, we're going to go to Woodstock, and
Wow.
he thought that they meant Woodstock, Illinois,
Yeah.
which is not far from Belvedere. It's Harmilda the cow. I think there was a movie. It may have been the Groundhog's Day or something. Filmed there, but because the little town, he thought that's where they were going. He wakes up in the back of the car. They've got this spittoon full of weed and everything, and they're making. Your green screen's killing that.
Put it over your chest. Just put it over your
But
chest. Peace.
Peace
That's a 99 one, not the
Yeah.
not the. So that's the. Is that when was the original one?
69.
69. Oh,
The
wow.
the last year, great year of man.
But the one that
As,
Anthony's
walked on the
showing,
moon.
isn't that the one where he told me about? It got really muddy and people would. It was just,
Yeah. I was
Shit
I
show.
was Peace Patrol there.
Oh, that's right.
You were there at the 99.
Oh yeah, man, 100%.
What were you saying? People were
Limp,
drinking, drinking
Red Hot
Google.
Chili Peppers with the Light My Fire and got everybody lighting the fires. There's a great documentary about what a fucking disaster that
Well,
99 was.
the last 2 days started getting. The
There
last
was no
2 days,
water, right, Anthony? You said people were
people would
drinking
think
like.
they had like these water troughs, fountains, right? So it was like water fountains, and then the middle of this water fountain would fill up. And people were jumping in there, taking baths and everything.
Oh,
And all that water was running constantly, so it was overflowing. And the toilets, what do you call them? The porta
Porta
johns
potties. Yep.
was so filled up that they were overflowing, and that was mixing with the water in the street and the fields, and people were thinking it was mud, and it was shit from the porta johns mixing with all that water, and they're putting it in their mouth and rubbing it all over, and it was all fecal
Jesus.
matter. It was disgusting.
Yeah.
And then they lit the whole place on fire. The fire.
Oh, well, yeah, why not?
The
Why
Red
not?
Hot
I
Chili
guess.
Peppers went to take the stage, and they were asked to calm nerves.
Oh, they didn't calm anything
and,
down.
And they came out and did the cover
The
of Light
opposite.
My Fire.
Yeah.
And
While the place was on fire.
while
They-
the place was
yeah.
on fire, Limp Bizkit got up and everybody
word.
just fucking lost it with the
He
with
got-
Limp
he
Bizkit
got
and
blamed for a
break
lot of
stuff.
shit, Durst from Limp
Yeah, Durst. They blamed his shoulders are where a lot of it, and it was a collective, clusterfuck. So it's
I
not
was
like you
waiting
could
for
just
it.
totally blame him.
Oh,
But
man.
it was their thing. It's not like he wrote a new song to piss people, break stuff and all that. That's what they were known for, and so they put them on, and
It was hot as hell because it was on a tarmac in an old airport. It was
yeah, it was like a military base,
Military
wasn't it?
base.
A former military
Air Force
base. So it's
base.
just concrete everywhere,
And
except for
And
the
the
shit
fields.
areas.
Well, there was fields. There was fields too. Gritty
And the
fields.
Peace Patrol, the
That was
security guys in this documentary, it was like half of the guys from that
were
just
misfits.
took their shirts off and blended on into the
Well, yeah,
into
the guys that they hired because they needed so many Peace Patrol, they were like high school football kids and shit. Like nobody knew security, nobody knew.
They
Proud.
had no idea,
They
and
had
so they
no
just
idea what was going on, and
took off the shirts and went and enjoyed the show. It
Yeah.
was like I'm in, I got paid. Let's come on in and have a good time.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a disaster. I watched a documentary on that and just how sad it was.
but I had a
and how
great
bad
time,
that-
man. I'll tell you that I had a great time. Man.
Well, you're into those violent things. You got that. This.
I'm not talking about
I-
violence. I'm talking about the peace and love, man. There was a lot of peace and love.
Did you get a piece of love? Did you?
I had
Yeah,
a
there
lot
was-
of peace and love over there.
There was. Yeah. That's what. Was she covered in shit? Was it one of those that was?
Yeah, afterwards.
Afterwards,
It's just afterwards. There was a German event. It was a German event. We have gone 2 hours.
Wow.
Gone 2 hours. Let's. Is everybody cool if we just call this a day so I can get?
coffee. I need another.
I got video edited.
What time? What time are
Anthony,
you streaming tonight, Wes?
9. It's going to be 9 o'clock tonight. Is when
EST.
Fry Rendezvous Day. Fry Rendezvous Day. You will. It probably won't get scheduled until right before, but 9 o'clock is when that's going to be coming. What do we have going on at Unidentified S4?
Nada at the
No,
moment.
Nada?
Sunday at 12.
Are we doing it? Are we doing it this Sunday? Because you told last time I looked, it said the 30th.
Oh, it's the 30th. My bad. Yeah, the 30th.
So not this. Not
Yeah.
My
this.
apologies. Sunday the
Yeah,
Can we
30th.
talk
this
about the
Sunday.
dog? Promote
Sunday
the
at
dog.
30th.
That's all you're doing now. Foxy's all you care about. Just promote Foxy. That's everybody get out there and love that dog. That's what you need to do. Foxy, get out there and follow Foxy and everything along those lines. Andy Gambino,
Yes, sir.
what do you got going on?
Well, apart from next Sunday with Anthony, well, it's my daughter's birthday today, so I'm not sure if I'll be doing 420 tonight on the GD show. I'll probably
Congratulations.
be recovering or whatever because she's 19. She'll be 19, so well, we'll probably be out quite late. But Jojo Bone Tuesday and Thursdays. But everyone who knows. I don't need to go.
Everyone who knows, and we need to get you some subs. We need to get you.
Which,
you
Jojo or my
nobody-
channel?
Yeah.
No, you. No, I don't have.
Yeah,
hope
I
for
want- I
JoJo.
wanna see an Andy show.
I want to see Andy's channel grow.
But I'm not a
Yeah.
front man, so I mean, I don't. I'm a sidekick.
No, but you
to
have.
everyone,
Well, if you
so-
do
Yeah,
lives, that's. But I'm just saying, you've got good quality stuff on your page. You produce
Yeah, you
quality
do.
work and all that. So, and you ought to be having those services offered for people because other people can type stuff in and they're
Everyone
not
on
going to get.
YouTube is cheap, man. They want everything for nothing. Apart from
It's-
Betty. Apart from Betty, I have to say,
Betty is a
She's very
sweetheart.
generous.
Betty is a sweetheart. She
I
is
never asked for
generous and she
anything.
is-
She would donate a little bit here, there when she asked me to do stuff for her. But it's. I just rely on the goodwill of people, and on YouTube, there's very little of that. So that's my bad.
Blanche,
Relying
was
on the
that
goodwill of
Blanche
everyone.
Dubois? I rely on the kindness of strangers. Is that?
Yeah,
that
not on
the,
YouTube. Yeah, I've realised YouTube is just full of fucking grifters and
So,
people who just
that's all
want
that's out here, man.
want you to
It's
work
people
for
that
nothing.
just want to get online. What about the art of floundering? I know on Tuesdays there's a series you
episode.
got going on.
Yeah.
New episode
on
every
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Every Tuesday.
Alex Jones,
Yes.
check out the Alex Jones stuff. It's
Yeah,
hilarious.
thank you,
The other
man.
day.
And if you
but-
haven't watched it yet, because the diaper porn, if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah,
is
exactly.
coming
It's
up.
coming.
And so you're going to
Yeah.
want to have the backstory. There is part one
Yeah.
and part two.
Otherwise,
are
the diaper
already
porn won't
uploaded.
make sense.
You
yeah.
won't understand how it got there if you don't watch
Thematically, you'll
episode
go,
one
how did
and
we
two.
get here?
It'll disturb you. And tonight on this channel, we have
Yes.
Fry Rendezvous Day. We are bringing back
Cannot
the comedy.
wait. You
We are
guys are
gonna
gonna be awesome,
we are
man.
gonna do some shit. We are gonna bring it. So if you're like us and you got nothing to do on a Friday night and you're out here on YouTube, we're gonna be making dirty jokes. Steve the Alien's
I
showing
hope you
up.
guys
Azura's
consider
gonna
an
be there.
after show too to talk
Oh, that
about
would
the
be cool.
process and everything.
Yeah,
We may just get fucked up. I'm not
Well,
sure.
that's
we had
part
talked
of
about it.
the process. You can multitask.
We may do a private. We may, depending on
Oh,
how it goes,
okay.
we may invite
Invitation only.
several people if they just want to hang out and do a private,
Yeah,
and
okay.
let
Yeah.
everybody absorb what happened out. You know,
That'd be
because I
cool.
never
that
know.
would be yeah.
I
You
never know
who
how.
might be out there.
Exactly. And,
JoJo
and to those
Bones.
of you out there, JoJo Bones. Hope you are having a great day, JoJo. JoJo's got his shows on. Now he doesn't have the weekend. He's
Oh.
got Thursday morning. He's got a coffee program Thursday morning and Tuesday
Tuesday.
at 3 p.m. Eastern
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
They've got those going on, but
And JoJo's, always keep him for private shows, backstage shows.
Yeah,
because
man.
Yeah,
He's good
that's
for
it.
privates.
you got he scares the fuck
But,
out of me. I can't. No, he's
Speaking of JoJo, man, I mean, be looking. JoJo's character will still be a part of future episodes, and the whole Borscht connection. It's
Oh,
going to be
great.
tied in. So yeah, JoJo's coming back. The world's going to need him. But
the
so
world needs a JoJo. Oh,
9
yeah.
Eastern, yes, Scotty. 9 Eastern is when I'm going to be doing that tonight. Keith and Chief, we're getting ready to bail on this. 9 o'clock Eastern tonight, comedy. 9 o'clock Eastern. Spread the
Scotty
word.
says he'd like to come up one day on the panel.
I would be.
That'd be good.
I would love
Yeah.
that, man.
Uh,
He's been loyal, dude.
Oh,
Is this
Scotty's
Scotty-
awesome.
is this
Scotty's
Scotty-
awesome.
Yeah.
Scotty B from Long Island Bigfoot's chat? Same Scotty B or a
That
different?
same Scotty B, yeah.
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 There
Yeah,
is only one
he's
Scotty B.
Scotty
there's
from the
a few
community.
There's a few Scotty B's with the same pink and white S. There's a few of them.
No,
See
I
what
think
it feels
it's
like
the same
next
one.
week, man. Be cool to have him up.
richnewdesign@gmail.com. Send me an email, Scotty. That way we've got the connection and everything. And yeah, I'm totally good with that. Everybody have yourself a wonderful Friday, a wonderful weekend. Be good to one another. Love one another. Spread positivity. Don't be an asshole. We love you. Peace and love, everybody. Peace and love.
Bye.